on the arc. Hey, hey, hey. Be on the arc. Ain't no way to stop, but we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I'll be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Princess Cess on a mission, one go, we gon' get it. We taking over the game, all gas, no brakes, you tripping. Duck on them, no assistance, all this heat in my kitchen. You should know that we different, going deep with precision. Be on the arc. We lock them down, get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I'll be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Princess Cess on the mission, one go, we gon' get it. We taking over the game, all gas, no brakes, you tripping. Duck on them, no assistance, all this heat in my kitchen. You should know that we different, going deep with precision. Be on the arc.
What is up with the squad? It's Cess, your favorite RT with Uncle Tendencies in the building. StreamYard trying to stop us, but I ain't going for it. Prince in the building. iamzomedia, what's happening?
What's good?
You been ducking this smoke. You been ducking this smoke, Prince.
Hey, good to be back.
You been ducking this smoke, Prince. You got to prove this one. You got to prove this one right here. Madison Booker. Woo, Madison.
Good to be back, man. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all.
Man, yeah, no. All jokes aside, man. Glad to have you back. Let's get it. Let's get to it, man. So much going on. So much going on in the world of hoops right now. We got exhibitions kicking off. Let's start this conversation. Madison Booker. She one of the last bigs we're gonna look. Well, one of the first bigs we're gonna look at because we did all the guards.
Yeah. We did like 5 guards.
Five or six. I have to go back and look. Well, what is it that you like about? What is your overall opinion about Madison? Before we even where are you at with Madison?
Young, talented player. She don't have a lot of holes in her game. I just think she needs to be coached up a little better. High profile player again. Freshman of the year in the Big 12 year before last year. Player of the year 2 years in a row. I mean, first team All-American last year in the front court. Dynamic scorer. I wish he would be a little more aggressive in certain instances. Coachable. I'll say that. I think her strongest suit is she's coachable, Cess. And that's good with the type of talent she is, because she can have a rookie coach and she can have a veteran coach, and she'll go with the game plan. I think that's the, when you think about her characteristics, she's coachable. She'll go with the game plan. She'll think that whatever the coach puts in place is for the team to win. And I think that's probably her best characteristic.
Woo. Okay, well, that's somewhere to start. That's a place to start. You said she can play with a rookie coach, with a veteran coach. She's with a very veteran coach right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
She can go into her 3rd season.
Yeah.
What have you saw changing her game?
Honestly, her shot selection improved a little bit. Not too much though. Her shot selection improved a little bit. But her sophomore season was very, very. It was like very, 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 very weird because like when you don't look at the stat sheet, right? Like I don't think I don't think a lot of people actually know this because they don't show up on the stat sheet, right? Like in the SEC last year, she was number 1 in defensive win shares. She was number 3 in box plus minus. I mean, like those things, they don't. I mean, even in like total win share, she was number 2 at 8.4 last year in the SEC. So like, I don't like. It's something.
Do they give out trophies for that?
No. That's
Okay.
just things that you kind of look at, and I'm going somewhere with it. So when I look at her, right, I look at her like total like package from like freshman year to sophomore year, and something's missing there because her shots stayed the same, right? Like her shots per game stayed the same, right? Her 3-point attempts per game stayed the same. Now her 3-point percentage went up 10%, which is big. It went from 30 to 40 in her sophomore year. Her free throw attempts went down. Her points literally stayed the same, like a 0.2 off from her freshman year. Her rebounding went up 0.6. But this is the weird thing, Cess. I never really looked at the team from her freshman year to her sophomore year. And the reason I mentioned win shares and all of that is because of this. Most of her numbers stayed the same, except her assists. Her assists went from 5 to 2.5 or 2.7 last year, right? 2.7. So I'm like asking, like, do you think that's coaching? Do you think that's shot making from the other players around her? Because I haven't compared the rosters from each season.
Well, it's not about the rosters. It's not about the rosters. Madison Booker had a better trajectory, and she had a better stat line and a better impact on winning when Rory Harmon wasn't on the floor, because she was point forward. So freshman year, she's bringing the ball up. She's dishing the ball. She's able to initiate. As soon as Rory came back, the ball is in Rory's hands. You got Madison now trying to create off getting the ball at the elbow. If she doesn't make that shot at the elbow, if she don't got that, she doesn't have a counter move. So taking the ball out of her hands really, to me, made it worse for her. But I'm gonna keep it real. I have not seen her. I told you backstage, this is a hard sell for me. With all of the stuff that you just said, all of the defensive win shares, all of that, I saw her 4 times last year. She barely beat us once. So I'm not impressed. Like 3 times, it was double digits. So when the lights is brightest, what do you do? How do you impact winning? So this may be one of those players that, when they get to the WNBA, it's like, hey, Zoe, I appreciate them more. But right now, like, I don't see it. And I may be even more biased about it right now because they got her as the favorite to win the SEC Player of the Year again. And then they got Texas as the favorite to win the SEC, as if South Carolina's going to finish second. So it's a real hard sell for me this morning because I don't see it. But I'm here for you to break it down.
Look, I get the SC Texas rivalry trying to
because
go
at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, the win shares and the defensive and all of that, it don't matter if you can't get it done in Columbia. And you got to come, you got to see us. You got to see us. See, they was out there cutting down nets for co-champ and all that, doing that. See, winner, cutting down on net for no co-championship. What are we doing? What are we doing?
You know what? Look,
hey, listen. I told you.
I'm gonna give you some pushback on the counter move thing. I think, and me and my homeboys, we have this conversation all the time. We shooting ball. If you in Houston and you play college ball, we play college ball at Lifetime in Richmond. Pull up Wednesday mornings, 5 a.m. Come pull up, get dunked on. You got to play college ball to come in there.
Send the video of you dunking on somebody. You got to
play college ball to come up in there. If you didn't play college ball, you can't come in there.
Hey, I need the clip of you dunking on somebody on Wednesday morning. 5 a.m.
Yeah, I got you.
I need the clip. Send the clip of Zoe dunking on somebody at 5 a.m.
So I got you. I got you.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
But I'll say this. it's always funny to me when people say, right, AB, let her know, AB, we hooping out here. It's always funny to me. I think YouTube has got in the habit of using words with no relevance. Cess, how many WNBA players actually have a counter move?
The winners.
Which winners?
Asia got a counter move.
Okay.
I say Stewie counter move.
Okay.
Copper counter move.
What's Kai Copper counter move?
Kai can shoot the three.
Kai Copper does not have a counter move.
She's taking you to the basket. She's taking
but
you to the
that's
basket.
her first move.
Kai Copper will also pull up and hit you from the elbow. She won't.
But that's your first move. Like again, we gonna get to Kai Copper because we gonna get to her.
Ducking that smoke. You ducking that smoke.
I don't think Kai Copper has a counter move. Like
okay,
we can
talk about Kai when we get to Kai. Let's stay on Maddie. I'm not gonna take the light off. I'm not gonna take the light off. Maddie, tell me Maddie the counter move.
I don't think Maddie has developed a counter move yet because she hasn't understood her height yet. I don't think. Again, she's going into her third season. Juju struggles with the same thing sometimes. A lot of these younger players that came in with this reverence, this I can just score. A lot of them struggle with counter moves early in their career. Like, go look. A lot of them struggle with counter moves early in their career because they've never had them. A counter move is something you develop, and you have to want to develop it, right? Because coming out of high school, you look at all the top players coming out of high school. Like, Hannah Hidalgo doesn't have a counter move. She doesn't. Flau'jae doesn't have a counter move. Once you get Flau'jae off of that wing corner shot, she's done. You got to reset and then get her downhill. You got to reset the play. That's not a counter move, Cess.
I'm okay with that. I don't mind none of that. But we're talking about Madison Booker right now. I'm still waiting on you to tell me her counter move. She ain't got one. When the defense was on, that's not something that I hold. Y'all keep talking about Madison Booker like she player of the year, like she done won something. Y'all keep putting her in this upper echelon like she done proved something. She came in here out the Big 12, too soft for the SEC, and they gave her a player of the year that she didn't earn. And here we are again, still talking about her. You can't tell me her counter move. You can't tell me what she won. You can't tell me who she led. You even believe that she's the best player on her team?
You don't think she's the best player on her team?
I'm not sold on Texas at all. No bright lights Booker, no. If you can't deliver when the game is on the line, what good are you to me? I don't care about your defensive win shares about everybody against everybody else.
How many players in college basketball this year are going to deliver with the game on the line?
But that's who the player of the year is, though.
But I'm saying you're holding something against her that you could count on one hand.
I'm holding her to the standard that y'all said she is.
Y'all said she was National Player of the Year or SEC. That's two different things.
She was SEC Player of the Year last year.
Okay, no, what I'm saying is Madison Booker, do they have her to win the champion? Where is Texas in the championship?
They have Texas ranked. They have
where is Madison Booker in the
as I stated, they have her repeating as SEC Player of the Year this year. And they have Texas finishing ahead of South Carolina. There's no way in hell you can sell me on no bright lights Booker leading them there in this SEC. But I'm here for you to break down the skill set. Show me.
Look. Maddie Book. Juju is off the board right now. She's hurt, right? Maddie Booker. I call it Maddie Book.
We call her no bright lights Booker over here. However you take it.
Is literally, when you look at size, see, this is what people got to remember. When you look at size, versatility, scoring ability, play style, coachability, Maddie Book is literally, when you take Juju off the board, she's literally next.
Like I told you.
Pro ready.
Like I told you. Like I told you,
her and Sarah Strong are literally next pro ready.
Hell no, she's not a Sarah Strong. She's not a Sarah Strong, and I'm gonna tell you again why she's not. Madison Booker doesn't have the mentality. Her mental ain't there. She's not strong enough mentally. Her poise ain't there. See her crash out. Go back and watch in the big games. Watch. Go watch. You can't. Who can't guard you?
You're holding SC games against her.
I mean, that's the standard. You got to get past that. Yeah, I'm gonna hold that against
Carolina didn't win the championship last year.
That's okay. We still the standard.
Oh, they're the standard. I didn't know South Carolina. I thought UConn won.
They did, but we still the standard. We still the one everybody lining up to beat. Check how they talking. You see it in the media. Ain't nobody talking about UConn.
So outside of okay.
Hey, you can say what you want, but in the SEC conference,
I get it.
Here's the thing: in the SEC conference, we are the goddamn standard. You can believe that.
Okay, you got SC bias. I get it. Nothing wrong with that. We all do. I got LSU bias sometimes, right?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Take out the South Carolina game.
Wait. Answer this question. Who is the best team in the Southeastern Conference?
Honestly, this year I think it's a toss-up.
Between who?
Texas, South Carolina, and
you just reaching for straws now. You trying to think of somebody.
LSU. I wanted to put Tennessee in there, but I gotta see.
You just putting LSU in there because you're an LSU fan. You don't believe LSU going. You don't believe LSU. You don't believe LSU gonna win on February 14th.
What?
You know y'all not tall enough. If you dunking on people at 5 a.m. on Wednesday, you know the skill set's not in LSU to win that game. But we can talk about it closer to February 14th.
I'm just saying. I think
if you think the SEC is a toss-up between South Carolina, Texas, and LSU, I am shocked at you. But I learn something new every day. There's no way in hell that I think them three teams is on the same level. Not at all. No way in hell that I think them three. No way in hell do I think them three teams have the same quality roster, the same quality depth, the same quality coaching, the same quality ability. No way in hell do I think them three teams is on the same level. Not at all. But I'm here for you to explain it to me. Texas got beat by us 3 times last year. We got taller and got more scoring. So Texas did what? Texas ain't different. Matter of fact, Texas,
South Carolina have this year.
Oh, we 10 deep. We 10 deep. Tell me the roster.
Name the 10.
You know the 10. You know them. Tanaya, Raven, Tessa, Isla.
What has Tanaya done for me to depend on her?
Who? What has Tanaya done?
Yes, she scored. What has Tanaya actually done?
Here's the thing. All we depending on Tanaya to do is what you done seen her do. Score. See, just like Big Drip told y'all the other day, just like she told you yesterday, Burger King need to go and give her the NIL deal. What? Because she's out there having it her way. But see, here's the thing. You can put that smile on your face, but you saw her drop that 30 in the PMAC, didn't you? You know what Tanaya do. And you know that Tanaya coming with more than what she came with last year. So what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? You don't even want to talk about Booker no more because you know you can't sell me on Booker. But we can talk about Tanaya if you want to. Here's the thing. No, we did Tanaya. We did Tanaya already.
No. You brought up why Tanaya. Why you brought up why Tanaya and SC is in a class by themselves?
No, I didn't. I said that we got
Texas is not the cream of the crop.
I said that we got depth, we got more scoring, and we got more height. That's what I said. That's what y'all said.
Apart the narrative. That's all.
So here I am now, and I'm still waiting on you to tell me what did LSU get to match that. And then when I look at Texas, y'all lost the big girl that was down there in front of Oldacre, and y'all lost Jack Winnetonga. So I'm still waiting on you to tell me what is, and y'all lost your girl Layla Philly, the scorer out of Michigan. So I'm still waiting on you to tell me about LSU, who still got too many players who height start with 5 to do anything, and then tell me about what Texas did. I'll wait.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out why. Because again, this is a Maddie Book conversation. So I'm just trying to figure out. The only reason I'm picking apart South Carolina, I do think I'm a Dawn Stanley Flint. Let's get this out the way. If I was to play for any female coach and women's college, if I was to play for any female coach in college, I would want it to be Dawn Stanley because she has my personality. Shout out to Mark. My freshman year, he was our coach. He got fired after our freshman year, but me and him butted heads because he was too soft. And at practice, I want us to fight. He want us to hold hands. He took care of the players, but I like coaches that want dogs around them because they know dogs show up when everything else.
Madison Booker ain't no dog.
So this is no slight against Dawn Stanley. All I'm trying to figure out is why are we holding Maddie Booker's talent and her draft profile to a South Carolina standard when she's not going to be playing with those Texas players and that coach at the next level? What? And I guarantee you, Cess,
here's the thing.
Half of South Carolina's rosters will never be starters at the next level, so they'll never be on the court with Maddie Booker.
Here's the thing, though. How many of us was in the playoffs? See, it don't matter if you start as long as you finish. See, Gamecocks get in the game, and Gamecocks stick. Y'all can keep telling me about not being starters and all of that. How many Gamecocks was in the playoffs to start the playoffs? Count them up, and then tell me how many Texas players.
No, we're talking about this team.
Matter of fact, I'm talking about this season too. How many Gamecocks was in the WNBA playoffs this
But
season?
That's not what we're talking about.
No. You brought it up, so let's talk about it. Because Here's the thing. Is it important to be in? Is it important to start or to be on the team to stick and get in the game at some point? How many Gamecocks? Do you always want to talk about how many Gamecocks did this? How many Gamecocks did that? How many Gamecocks was in the playoffs? And then tell me how many LSU players was in the playoffs. I'll wait.
How many Gamecocks that were drafted in the last 5 years was in the playoffs this year?
Asia was in the playoffs.
Asia did not get drafted in the last 5 years.
Okay. Tahina was in the playoffs. Bree Hall was in the playoffs.
Tahina Pawpaw did not make the playoffs.
Tahina Pawpaw, the Atlanta Dream didn't make the playoffs?
Okay, you got one.
Bree Hall and Aaliyah Boston wasn't in the playoffs? The Indiana Fever wasn't in the playoffs. The Indiana Fever, they on the team, on the roster. All I said was in the playoffs. Okay, now tell me. Here's the thing. Tell me how many LSU Tigers that got drafted in the last 5 years was in the playoffs. I'll wait.
Let's stop this, man.
How many Texas Longhorns? How many Texas Longhorns? How many Texas? This was your question. This was your question.
What do they got to do with Maddie Booker, though?
How many Texas Longhorns was drafted in the last 5 years was in the playoffs? I'll wait.
What they got to do with Maddie Booker, though?
Oh, now you want to get back to Maddie now? We can get back to Maddie. Anytime you want to get back to Maddie, we can get back to Maddie.
WNBA players. I said the South Carolina current
What I told you was South Carolina is the standard. They're going to be better than Texas, and I'm still waiting on you to tell me what my original question was, which was, tell me what Texas did to get better than what they were last year. Tell me what LSU did better to get better than what they were last year. LSU still has a roster that has too many players whose height starts with 5. Texas lost too much talent to be able to compete with South Carolina, and I'm still waiting on you to answer that question. We can talk about the WNBA. You can answer that question, whatever it is you want to do.
Hey, everybody in the chat. Everybody in the chat, I want y'all to clip what I'm about to say.
Go ahead. I'm here for it.
If Maddie Booker in her 3rd season understands her height and plays with confidence, it's over for the SEC. I'm going to say it again. Clip this, y'all. If Maddie Booker comes out in her junior year, understands that she's 6'1", with a 6'4" wingspan, and understands that she can score on arguably anybody at any area of the floor, it is over for the SEC. There's nobody on South Carolina that can guard Maddie Booker. There's nobody on LSU that can guard Maddie Booker. There's nobody on Tennessee, Ole Miss that can guard Maddie Booker.
Wake me up when this madness over. I hope y'all clip it.
Come on, man.
Wake me up when this madness over.
Hey, Maddie, I am, and we got to get out the, see, this is another thing I laugh at all the time. When people be like, this player's not a dog, that player's not a dog, what the hell are people talking about? What? How do you know a player's not a dog?
Hey, Zoe,
watching on TV?
Zoe, you still ain't answering my questions, though.
What? I answered the question.
No, you didn't. What did LSU do to get better? What did Texas do to get better? You told
LSU got quicker. LSU got quicker.
Okay.
And they got more flexible with scoring. Okay. That's where LSU needs to lean on. Their flexibility with scoring and their speed. They got quicker and more flexible with scoring. Texas just got more experience and a junior Maddie Booker. Again, every team got their holes. Every team got holes. South Carolina got holes. Ole Miss has holes. Tennessee has every team has holes. If I can break down, I am good enough at what I do. I can break down every college roster in women's basketball and show you how teams can beat them easily. I'm that confident in what I do. I can literally show you.
What you break down for us have to do with what they execute? I'm here about what they execute, not what you gonna break down. I'm here about what they can actually execute. You're not there.
I can't coach for the coach.
That's Vic there. So we got to talk about who's there. What they gonna do?
I can't coach for the coach. He has to understand the holes and the flaws in his team and other teams that he's coaching against. I can't coach for them. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be fully transparent. I don't think that coach believes that Maddie Booker is as great as she actually is because of how he uses her. He knows what she's good at. See, it's two things. A coach knowing what a player is good at and a coach believing that a player is great is two different things. Because if I believe she's great, I'm going to ride her. If I know she's good at something, I'm just going to use her talents to fit my system in which she's good. See, that's two different conversations. See, sometimes being a coachable player has its flaws as well that people don't want to talk about. Because Maddie Booker needs to speak up. Maddie Booker.
Hey, I got a question. Did you do your homework? Did you go watch your Joyce Edwards tape yet?
Watch my what?
Nah, your Joyce Edwards tape. You ain't watched Joyce yet.
I didn't go watch my Joyce Edwards tape. We're going to get to her. We're going to get to her.
That's why you don't know how these Gamecocks coming. But I hope y'all clipped it.
Joyce can't guard no Maddie.
I didn't say that she could guard no Maddie, but I said you don't know the game. I said you don't even know what the Gamecocks is bringing because you don't even know who Joyce is. So that's me talking to you about the Gamecocks is like talking to you about who got drafted 3-4 years ago. You don't even know who they're right now. So after you do your Joyce homework, then we can talk about the Gamecocks again. But let's get to Maddie. Finish telling me about how she gonna run the SEC, as you say. When she finally figure out she's 6'1". I don't know how long she's been 6'1". 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I don't know. Whenever she figure it out, though. What she gonna do? Tell me about it. I'm here for it. Tell us about Maddie.
When Maddie, see, two things about her game. Maddie needs to give defenses a different look on offense. Pull up threes, get to the hole a little more consistently. Again, she falls in love with the fadeaway jump shot, the 2-dribble pull up. Again, she wants to be Kevin Durant, but she doesn't understand how Kevin Durant makes defenses think and he uses his height. Like, she wants to be Maddie Booker, and this is not me saying she's Kevin Durant. Maddie Booker wants to be Kevin Durant. That's why she wears number 35.
We know.
Go watch how White thinks she's at Texas.
We know.
Maddie is from Mississippi.
Now
and went to Texas. Why do you think she went to Texas?
Now still waiting on you to tell me how she gonna turn onto this unicorn when she wake up tomorrow and realize she's 6'1".
I just told you. Getting more confidence in her three-point shot. She shoots 40% from three. Understanding her 6'4" wingspan and understanding how to use pick and rolls better. Her game philosophies need to be matured. The way she plays basketball needs to be matured. Her efficiency needs to be better. She's not an efficient player. She's not. Sometimes she gets in the shot check.
Well, here's the thing. Just because somebody is your idol don't mean that you can beat them because you put their number on and go to their school.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, I don't think she's Kevin Durant. I think she mimics her game after him and she wants to have his play style. But she, again, her feel for basketball is questionable. Her shot selection at times is questionable. And her confidence is questionable.
You're not selling me.
That's it. Again, that is all mental gymnastics things. That has nothing to do with her talent. Her talent is there. She's what, 20 years old? Where's her coach in this? Like, she needs mentors. She needs veterans on her team to get in her. Like, that's what she's missing. That's what's missing in her game. If you put all of her talent, her skills, and her capabilities into what she's missing, she turns into the second pro-ready player in the draft.
But here's the thing, and you know this better than anybody. 90% of this is how you take care of business. 10% of this is your talent. 90% of this is how do you carry it out. So you're telling me that mentally she ain't equipped. So what are we talking about her for? She's in the 10% class.
Again, I don't think that it's her talent. I think it's the way she's been coached. I think it's the players on her team and how they've been trusting in her. And I think it's whoever she's with in the offseason, they're not really getting her to understand her full capabilities. I watch Maddie play and I get mad. So, Cess, I'm with you on everything you're saying. We just got two different viewpoints on it. I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I just think it's more about the people around her than her.
Yeah, but here's the thing. She ain't changed the people around her. So what's going to change about her?
You can't change the people around you.
I said she has not. She's still sitting at Texas with the same coaching staff around her. So what has changed? What will change about her?
That is one of those you got to grow up faster than you want to kind of things. And this year, I'm going to give her one more opportunity, right? And next year, we might be on the same page. But she's only 20. I'm going to give her one more season to see if she can mentally mature. And when I say mentally mature, I'm not talking that she's an immature person or basketball player. I'm talking about on the court.
That's what
she needs to continue to develop maturity with her game and understand how she can take advantage and what teams want to take away from her. She hasn't figured it out yet. She's struggling with figuring out the advantages and disadvantages of her game. And that's why I say it's partly on her, but it's on the people around her not helping her, because sometimes you need help to understand that. Because you only know what you see. Your talent gonna only get you so far.
Oh, I know. This is why I don't believe.
I think she's right there. I think she's right there, Joe. Again, she's a consistent scorer. It isn't like she went from 16 to 12, right? She stayed where she's at.
Here's the thing. Plenty of players are right there. It's too competitive. Internationally, people that's not in the league, trying to get back in the league, ain't nobody got time to wait for you to grow up. Either you got it or you don't. Going into your third year, you need to be walking into it. And that's my thing. So I look at Tessa Johnson. You look at Tessa. The way Tessa walked into last season, the way Tessa walked into last season and the way Tessa walks into this season looks totally different. It looks like a D1 junior ready to lead her team to a chip. Go look.
I don't believe in Tessa. I don't believe
that's okay. That's okay.
I gotta see it.
You know, that's okay.
I gotta see it.
Say it, but you're not a South Carolina fan. You don't even watch Joy, so I'm not worried about what you don't believe in. We gonna show.
I watch Tessa though. I watch Tessa.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing though. You believe in LSU, so I'm skeptical already off rip, because you walk around here talking about you think LSU is on the same level as SC. They not, but we finna show you.
I watch Tessa though.
I watched Media Day too.
I'm just saying.
I watched Media Day too. Told me a lot.
I'm gonna be watching. How you watching Maddie this year? I'm gonna be seeing Tessa ready.
No. Let me make it clear. I'm not watching Maddie this year. Something will have to happen for me to be like, oh, let me see what Madison Booker is doing. Nothing is bringing me to the TV to see Maddie at all. The only time I'll watch Maddie is when we play her. Unless somebody like, oh, Maddie been cooking. I'm not tuning in to Maddie. There's nothing about Maddie game that I need to see. I seen it 4 times last year. It didn't change. I'm not tuning in to Madison Booker. I don't believe in Madison Booker. I keep it a buck now. You know who I am.
When SC play Maddie,
it don't matter. I don't know, because we don't play Maddie. She play us. When is it? I don't know. Somebody tell me. We ain't worried about Maddie.
Somebody pull up the schedule. Let me know when they play, because I'm going live.
Oh, I believe in Tessa and not Maddie because she a champion. But see, that's why you on Zoe page and not mine, because we not cut from the same club. Tulip, I see your question, but that's where you were. That's why you where you at and I'm where I'm at. Remember that. Championships over here. Champion.
I got a question. If Maddie was on South Carolina, how would you feel about her? If
she wouldn't. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Maddie went to South Carolina.
Here's the thing. If Madison Booker, here's the thing. Here's the thing: if Madison Booker went to South Carolina from day one, it would be because she's a different player. She's not a South Carolina because she's not a Gamecock. So I can't tell you what it would look like. She didn't have what it took to be a Gamecock. That's why she's at Texas. I can't tell you what it would look like.
I'm saying, if Maddie was at South Carolina, do you think Dawn Staley would get her to a better place pro ready than her current coach? That's all I'm asking.
Of course.
That's all I'm asking. So you're making my point. That's all I'm asking.
Because I believe that Dawn is a better coach.
But Seth, you just made my point.
But here's the thing though. Maddie, you're 3 years into a program that you don't look different at with the power to walk away and go someplace better. What are you doing?
Maybe she feels like she's not a quitter.
Oh, well, you're not a winner either, though. So what means more? So what means more? I'm here for the chip. I done told y'all that. All the rest of that y'all talking about don't matter to me. I'm not here for the moral victories. I'm not here for none of that. I'm here about the standard. I'm here about being pro ready when it's time to go be a pro. Y'all can be here about the starting and hand claps and all that. I'm not here for none of that.
How many championships has South Carolina won while Maddie Booker has been in college?
One. And we get ready to get another one right now.
So Maddie Booker can literally
now tell me this. How many
South Carolina in championship before she goes to the next level?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Or we could win them all, and she could go with none. See, now we just talking about if, when, coulda, shoulda now.
I'm just saying. That's true.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now let me ask you this question. Who do you think is more likely to win a championship first? Dawn or Vic? Tell me the truth.
Dawn. I don't think he's a good coach.
So what are we talking about then?
I think he's an old coach of the other complexion that keeps getting these buddy jobs. They need to get they are ruining the new talent because they're trying to coach them like the old talent. I've been saying that for 4 years.
Tune in. Y'all can tell me all about what SC did last year, all about what we didn't do what we didn't do last year, what was disappointing, all that. Pull up. That's all. And then tell me if your team was the team that we lost to in the championship. If it wasn't, and if you haven't beat a Gamecock, it ain't really too much you can say to a Gamecock. I told y'all, Reuter. Let's go.
Again, it's levels to it, Cess. You gotta be able to win, perform at a high level, and be pro ready.
That's why we the standard. I know that. That's why we the standard, because we understand that it's levels to it. That's why. That's why.
Does that come from that come from the top down, right?
Yeah. It's
that's
called
all
building.
I'm saying, Cess. You're making my point on a lot of these conversations.
That's why we the standard. No, I'm not. I'm not making your point. You still ain't sold me on Madison Booker with everything that I just said. Here's the thing. What's crazy is you keep saying that I'm selling your point. I'm making your point, but all I'm telling you about is who South Carolina is. But you just told me we wasn't the standard. But I'm making your point. My point is that South Carolina is the standard. That's why we don't ever say that.
I said last year, UConn was the standard.
No, last year UConn won the championship. See, you can't be the standard because you won the championship 1 year. We didn't become the standard because we won the championship 1 year. Gino hadn't won the championship in years. So what Gino got was a get back. See, y'all forget that we had just beat UConn in a championship. Remember? Drip took one for Gino. Drip went in stores and took one from Gino in the last 5. So that was a get back that y'all was looking at, but y'all don't want to give that credit. It's revisionist history. See, y'all want to go back 5 years sometimes, then you want to go back 3 years sometimes, then you only want to go back 3 weeks. It don't matter. At the end of the day, we're going to be standing with the trophy. But I'm still here waiting on you to tell me about Madison Booker. You want to show me some of her highlights now? Maybe I'll see it better. Maybe I'll see it better on film. Let's check it out.
Again, this is exhibit A of why she's pro ready. Off ball, movement, feet set, quick release, understanding when her team needs her to score and where they need her to score from. Understanding how to come off a pick and roll, set your feet, come off of screens. Look at this square up. Look, no fading away, no falling away, no floppy feet. Look at the mechanics. High above her shoulders,
here's the thing.
Good arch.
But who are the teams that she's doing this against?
It don't matter. Look, that's SEC. That's South Carolina right there. It don't matter. It's not about the team. College and pros is different. It's not about the team.
Oh, KD mode. Let's watch KD mode.
And again, she wants to be. Look at this. This is Exhibit 8, Kevin Durant. That's Kevin Durant's move right there.
Oh my gosh, bro!
Another Kevin Durant move.
Now she's got a Kevin Durant mode. She goes to Kevin Durant mode. Are you serious?
Madison Booker has a Kevin Durant mode.
Did y'all get the date?
Hey, chat, tell me online, chat. Is this not Kevin Durant when he was at Texas? Look at Kevin Durant at Texas. Is this not Kevin Durant? This is Kevin Durant.
When is the game? When is the game?
This is Kevin Durant didn't win that Texas.
When is the game?
Who did Kevin Durant be while he was at Texas?
I'm not a Kevin Durant college fan
that
either.
Is Kevin Durant move. Catch the ball on your left hip, pull up. She got
Kevin Durant move. She got Kevin Durant move.
Look at this. This is KD. What are we doing? Even the ball. Did you see the ball? Look at this. Watch this, Cess. Tell me that's not KD. What are we doing, Cess?
Here's the thing. I'm not telling you. Here's the thing.
Cess, coast to coast.
Zoe,
you got it. Y'all get out the way. Coast to coast.
Zoe, here's the thing.
Let me move.
Here's the thing, though, Zoe. You're acting like I'm saying that she don't got KD moves. What I'm saying is she's not a winner. What I said was she was no
KD didn't win nothing in college.
When it's time, I didn't say she was KD. What does that matter? What I'm saying to you is she's not a winner.
Look at this defense, man. Look at this defense. She does need to play more defense, more solid defense. Her defense is inconsistent.
She doesn't impact winning, bro. She doesn't impact winning.
Her defense is inconsistent.
I didn't say that.
Got to get better at her defense.
She can be all the KD that you want. What I said is she's not a player of the year. What
Look
I said is
picking pockets, man. We picking pockets.
Listen.
Listen.
We picking
Not
pockets.
picking pockets and 1, 2, 3 Cancooning. That's all I'm saying. All I said was they won't win it.
But this,
If you want her to be the baby KD, she can be that. I don't care. All I said was, tell me what has changed in her game that makes her able to lead Texas past South Carolina this year. I still haven't heard or seen anything that makes me believe that.
But didn't UConn make South Carolina go 1, 2, 3 Jamaica?
We went 1, 2, 3 Galveston. We didn't even get out the country.
Y'all went to that dirty water down there in Galveston.
You're right. But you know what? We had enough to get there. Texas didn't, and that's my point. How can you now tell me?
Say that again.
Here's the thing. Here's my point. We got there. Texas didn't, and that's my point.
No. Say the first part of it.
I said that's my point. We got there. Texas did not.
No. You didn't finish it. No. You lost it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Prince. It's too many times. I've already said UConn beat our ass twice. I don't have no problem saying none of that. They came in CLA.
Hey, Cess is slick.
CLA.
Cess
Here's the thing.
You intentionally left out. We had enough.
No, I said they didn't have enough. I said, tell me what has Texas done different to say they got enough now? They didn't have enough then. So what have they done different?
All Maddie Booker, though.
What? Madison Booker is the leader of the team. She's the SEC Player of the Year. That's her responsibility. If we don't get there, it's going to be on Raven. So if she's that, what do you see in her that says Texas gets there now? You can't tell me nothing.
I'm just trying to figure out why does Maddie Booker get a negative because her team isn't as talented or stacked.
Here's the thing.
At South Carolina.
Here's the thing. She didn't get that ranking because of that. Madison Booker got that ranking because she's, again, like I keep telling you, no bright lights Booker. She has failed in every big game that I've watched her play in, even when it wasn't against South Carolina. She didn't close. She couldn't get the job done. That's why she gets that. So what I asked you was, what has she done to fix that makes her able to get it done this year? And you still haven't told me anything.
I haven't seen her play yet this year.
But you told me that Texas was a toss-up with South Carolina. They lost to us 3 times last year. What did you see about them?
I'm depending on the trajectory that she has shown me, Cess. I'm going off of the trajectory that she had shown me.
What trajectory has she shown you? You saw her play USA basketball this summer. Tell me, what did you see?
I see a trajectory of a talented young player that's still growing, still becoming the Maddie Booker.
Game yet? Anybody get the date of the game yet? What's the date of the game? What did you see? You telling me that you see that, but then you told me you ain't seen her play yet. So what is that based on?
You just told me that South Carolina is projected to do whatever. What did South Carolina? What is you just finished talking about, Seth? You just finished bringing up Tanaya Latson.
Yeah,
what has Tanaya Latson shown me to tell me she gonna be part of the reason South Carolina wins a championship?
So what she showing me? I've been watching all summer. So I've been watching practices. I like
you've been watching practice.
Yeah, I've been watching practices.
The teammates don't want to hurt her. That's the practice you've been watching?
Hey, here's the thing. That's what I'm standing on. I'm willing to stand on that. Now, what you been watching to stand on about Maddie?
I watch Maddie Booker. I watch Maddie Booker play against country competition.
Do we got a bet on the game?
No, I don't know Texas. I'm not bet on Texas. I know Texas fan.
Okay. I don't know. I can't tell. The way you caping, the way you caping for him right now.
I'm caping for Maddie Booker because again,
do we got
Maddie Booker is gonna be a 6-time All-Star.
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this season. Do we got a bet on that?
I got to bet Maddie Booker gonna be first team All-American.
Man, we talking about South Carolina and Madison Booker. You know
come
what
on,
I'm
man.
talking about? Yeah.
Hey, anybody in the chat want to bet me? I bet you Maddie Booker
man.
will be first team All-American.
What's she gonna do with South Carolina though?
Hey, chat. I need the chat in the audience to listen to what Cess is doing. Every time I bring up how good Maddie Booker is, Seth brings up South Carolina, but then I ask her, why are you measuring her to South Carolina? And she moves the goalpost.
I told you no, I didn't. I told you that was the most recent Bright Lights game I saw her not close in. That's not the only one she hasn't closed in, but that's the most recent. I watched her not close in 3 games against South Carolina. How come I can't not? How come that's not enough?
She only played 24 minutes in the last game.
Here's the thing. I watched her 4 games play against South Carolina. I'm basing my assessment on her on 4 games when it was time to close. 2 of them when it was time to go get the chip. She didn't close, and you're telling me that that's not enough of an assessment? Why not? How many more games do I need to see for the assessment to be valid? Let me know.
But Cess, she only
Cess, nothing. Answer my question. I watched 4 games, 160 minutes of Texas versus South Carolina with Madison Booker in it. How many more minutes do I have to watch for the assessment to be valid? Because you pushing my shit to the side like, you ain't really giving her a chance. Why you just measuring it against South Carolina? What other team did she play more times last year than South Carolina?
How many times they played? How many times they played Tennessee? Let me see.
We played 4 times last year. I don't know how many times they played them other teams. Let's see.
She played LSU twice, bust them.
We played 4 times last year. How many more games do I have to watch for the assessment to be valid is the question.
I need to watch Maddie Booker. Again, Cess, you're
not
me,
answering. Zoe,
again,
you
Cess,
keep
you're
talking about
asking me how good.
You keep I asked you how many more games. You're moving the goalpost, bro. You're not answering questions. How many more games do I have to watch for my assessment to be respected? That's what I'm asking you. I watched 160 minutes of it.
Says you're asking me a team question.
Bro. Answer the question. How many?
You're asking me a team question.
No, I asked you
about an individual.
No,
that's a team question.
No, but we're only gonna watch her play in team settings. How many more games do I have to watch for the assessment to be valid?
We're not gonna watch to know that Raven Johnson isn't gonna make it in the WNBA.
You could. I don't know how many more games you got to watch. I don't believe that, but you're not answering my question. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Here's the difference. No, here's the difference. Here's the difference between me and you. I respected that. That's your answer, and I told you waiting to see when Raven get there. I'm still waiting on the answer to my question. I took that was your assessment of Raven. It didn't change my opinion about Raven, but you ain't even respecting what I'm saying. You're telling me I don't even know. And I'm asking you, how many more minutes of Maddie do I have to watch for you to respect what I'm saying? See, you always talking about how good you is or something. But I'm coming back and I'm telling you what I done put my eyes on, and you ain't even respecting that back. So I'm asking you, how many? No, not but. I said in the beginning. Not but.
Your assessment.
Not but. Answer the question. How many more games I got to watch?
I said from the beginning, your assessment of Maddie Booker and my assessment of Maddie. Chat, can you confirm this? I literally said, Cess, we are on the same page with our perception. I just think her talent is better than you're assessing it.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. And so how many more games do I got to watch?
Cess, I never disagree with you on how you feel about her. Where we don't agree at is I don't agree that you can't base Maddie's talent and her projection off of what she does against South Carolina.
So
that's what I said.
And so I'm asking you then, what is the team that I can base it off of?
She played them 90 teams that she done played.
She played them 4 times.
How about the other 90 teams because guess what?
Here's the thing. How many of those teams were quality? See, I'm not measuring against Cupcake. See, I don't do that LSU shit. I don't do that rough side of the mountain.
Hey, Cess, West Baptist
did
you think Michael Jordan Cess, did you think Michael Jordan was
we're not talking about Michael Jordan.
Did you think Michael Jordan Did you think Michael Jordan was going to be Michael Jordan when he was losing to the Celtics?
No. But what does that have to do with what we're talking about right now?
You making my point though, Cess. So Maddie losing to South Carolina and not shooting well dictates her career. But Michael Jordan not shooting well against the Celtics don't dictate what he's going to become.
Here's the thing that's different about Michael Jordan when he dropped 60 against the Celtics. He was a pro and he had already become a champion.
He was a what?
Maddie, he was a pro. And
that one right there.
Now let me finish. Now let me finish. He was also a champion in college when he got there. Maddie's not that.
Not finished yet.
Maddie's not that. Maddie's not a champ.
But you again,
Maddie ain't won a champ.
For 2 years.
Maddie ain't. Michael Jordan was a national championship winner. Matter of fact, he was the game-winning shot maker for the national championship, right? So where Michael came in at wasn't where Maddie at. So again, let's leave Michael out of this. Let's leave Michael out of this. Let's leave Michael out of this and let's stay at Madison Booker.
When did Ajawilson win her first championship?
But in 2017. What does that have to do with what we're talking about right now?
What year was she in?
She was a senior. Here's the thing,
okay. What year is Maddie Booker in?
Here's my point about Madison Booker. And here we go again. The thing about Asia. Number one, Asia came in a monster and stayed a monster, right? You saw Asia. Here's the thing. Let me finish. Where Asia took her team and where Asia's trajectory was, Madison's ain't there. If it was, you would be able to answer the question. Here it is again. What is it what is it about Madison Booker that make you think she's on Ajawilson time? I'll wait.
That's not what I'm saying. You keep judging her before you judge everybody else's career. Her career is not finished.
Oh, I'm sorry. Asia won it when she was a junior. My bad. So Maddie gonna win it this year?
She got a chance.
No, she don't.
Nobody played the game yet. Everybody got a chance.
No, she don't.
Cess, nobody has. If you're a top 20 team, you got a chance. Because guess what? It's a long season and injuries happen.
Yeah, all of that. And Texas don't have a chance. Some teams don't got a chance, bro. We just keep it a buck. Some teams don't got a chance. And you know it in your basketball heart. You know it. You know it. You know it.
Hey, Cess, did you have
do you have
UConn winning the championship last year?
I had UConn in the chip last year. Yes, I had them losing.
No, did you have them winning the championship?
No, but I had them in the chip last year.
So there was a chance, though, right? There was a chance that UConn could win, even though you didn't have them winning.
No. Here's the thing. It wasn't a chance. I picked UConn to be in the championship game all last year. And I also gave a strategy for how they were going to get there. If you don't believe me, go back and check my content. Chat. Mondo, you in the chat? Let them know what I said about UConn last year.
That's not the question.
Before any game got played, tell them what I said about UConn.
That's not the question, though, Cess. All I asked was, even though you didn't have UConn winning the championship, they had a chance, correct?
Prince, Texas doesn't have a chance. I don't care what you say.
So you don't think Texas gets to the Final Four this year?
No, I don't have Texas in the Final Four, and I don't have Texas winning it. No, I don't. I don't believe in Texas. I don't know I don't know how many more ways I can say it to you. I don't believe in Texas. They don't have enough.
So how is that on? But you keep making all these arguments. How is that on Maddie Booker though? She's not the head coach. She's not the recruiter. She's not signing these players NIL deals. Maddie can only control shit.
What I said about Madison Booker, that's her fault, is that she's no bright lights Booker. When it's time to close the show, she can't get it done. And that's not for the coach to do. That's for her to do. She the one on the floor. Finish. That's what you out there for, right? Right? When it's no. When it's time to no, Prince. Because you be with the hey Cess, hey Prince. When it's time to close the show, it's not for the coach to do. It's for the people on the floor to do, right?
But Cess, that don't make so you're some time out.
Bro, not timeout. No, not timeout. When I ask you a question, you don't even answer the question. You don't even answer the question. Bro, we're not talking about Juju, and I'm not a Juju fan.
What are you talking? I'm confused then. What's your gripe against Madison Booker because she didn't win the big game?
The big games, period.
Only one team wins the big game.
No, I'm talking about big games, period. You know that there's more than one big game on schedules throughout the season. When it's time for her to show up and show out, she don't. It's always against a smaller team, period. Go back and look, bro.
What did Juju do against UConn? What did Juju do against Notre Dame last year?
But we're not talking about Juju.
But say we
I'm not. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though.
You can't give one grace and not give the other. You're saying Maddie Booker is not built like that.
Here is the difference. I'm saying Madison Booker ain't built like that because I watched her 4 times against a team that I studied. Here's the thing. I don't watch Juju like that. I watch again. Here it is again. You keep trying to discredit what I'm saying. Here's the thing. I spent 160 minutes, probably 10 times over, watching Texas basketball and Madison Booker. That's what my assessment on Madison. That's what we're talking about right now. It doesn't have anything to do with Juju. When it was time for her to close on big games, she didn't. That's it. You said
Maddie Booker?
You said,
do you think Maddie Booker will be great at the next level?
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know, but I'm happy to say I was wrong. Just like I had to come back and say I was wrong about Cam. I have no problem with saying I was wrong.
Nobody's 100% right.
Here's the thing. As of right now, I don't know. Because it doesn't matter. Here's the thing. If you can't close the big show, it don't mean shit to me at the next level. That's where me and you is different. If it ain't about getting to the chip, what is it then? If you can't close,
I'm confused. So okay, Texas is not winning a championship. They don't have the horses. They don't have the coach. Maddie Booker is not ready to win a championship. Okay. But what that has to do with Maddie Booker's game, though?
That's why she's not ready to win a chip. Because mentally, like I said, she's not strong enough. She's not going to get there.
She hasn't even played a game yet in her junior season.
Here's the thing. I just watched her this summer. What do the junior season got to do? I just watched her last month. Why do I got to wait for her junior season? I just watched her play.
Let me say this, man.
There's nothing different that I see in Madison Booker's game. Period.
Well, we got Cess. Do you know how many dogs have never won nothing? You know how many dogs have folded when the lights were bright? You know how many people that people say are not winners have won?
I probably wouldn't call them dogs if they folded when it was time to win. Just because somebody call them a dog don't make them a dog. Not in my book.
Again, YouTube is confusing sometimes. I think we confuse dogs with winners. That's 2 different people. A dog and a winner is 2, because a lot has to go into winning.
I don't think Madison Booker is a winner or a dog. If that's the confusion there, I don't think that she's a winner or a dog. So if that was the confusion, there.
But Cess, I just agree with you. I said I don't think Maddie's at the place right now where she knows what it takes to win. I agreed with you.
I don't think that. No, we don't agree. You say she's not at the place right now. I don't think that she gets to that place. That's my opinion. That's where I'm at.
To win?
To win or be a dog.
Cess, if Maddie Booker goes to South UConn next season, you don't think she wins?
Not because of her. No.
What?
If Maddie Booker went to UConn next year, would it look any different than KD going to Golden State?
No.
Did you respect KD? Did you respect KD going to Golden State?
That's college though. And UConn,
but we've been talking about we've been talking about KD anytime you wanted to talk to him, right? Or talk about him, right? So now we talked about Michael Jordan at the pro level, at the college level. Now it's just college. Okay. Puppies are dogs too.
This is true.
So, time out. So, South Carolina can go get all the talented players. They can bring in Tahina. They can bring in Tessa. They can bring in Latson they can bring in all these players. That's fine. But Maddie Booker can't go to UConn, who does the same thing that South Carolina does. Go get all the talent.
So here's the thing. Madison Booker going to UConn, even if they win, it doesn't make her a dog. Will she have a chip? Sure. Do I think that it would be because of her?
About this dog thing, though. That's what I'm confused at. Like,
me too. I'm waiting on you to tell me what you said about her to make her a dog.
In college basketball, you can't name me 5 dogs.
Raven, dog. Hidalgo, dog. Raven Johnson, dog.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
You'll see. You'll see.
Stop it.
You'll see.
High motor, smart basketball player, yeah.
Oh, win close games out with defense, dog.
That's what you consider a dog?
No. What I consider
a dog?
What I consider a dog is put it on my back and go get it done. So if it's to go close the game, go close back. The team. I just said she closed games with defense. And if you don't believe me, go back and look.
Chat. I want y'all to hear what Cess is saying.
That's what I just said. Listen to me, chat.
Carolina on her back because she can go guard the other team's best player.
No, that's not what I said. That ain't what I said. Now, don't put no fucking words in my mouth. What I said was Raven is a dog because when it's time to close the game, she could put the team on her back and go close it with her defense. That's what I said. I didn't say nothing about
literally what I said.
No. You said something about guarding the best player. Guarding the best player don't mean closing the game defensively. I said she could close the game.
Why are you bragging about Raven Johnson's defense and putting the team on her back defensively if she's not guarding the other team's best player? Then why are you bragging about it then?
Here's the thing. What I'm saying is I'm not going to limit Raven closing the game with her defense to closing down the best player. Because
so then her defense is irrelevant.
Let me finish talking. You gotta let me finish talking. If you keep talking, so I know you're not listening. You're not gonna be able to understand my point if you keep going. Like I said, what I'm saying is I'm not going to limit Raven having to have been guarding the best player on their team to say that she won the game with her defense, because that play may not go to that best player. But you know about Raven defense because it shut down the national championship. But keep going our way.
But how is she a dog on defense if she's standing in the corner guarding somebody that doesn't touch the basketball?
I didn't say that she was in the corner guarding somebody that doesn't touch the basketball.
She puts the team on her back on defense.
No, I didn't. I said when it's time to close the game.
Yeah, when it's time to close.
We're talking about a certain point of the game. When it's time to close the game, Raven has closed the game with her defense. That's what I said. Now you can draw up these plays and all of that. Here's a better question. Tell me how she not.
So you consider a dog a person who plays defense down the stretch against probably not the other team's best player for 5 minutes?
That's not what I said. I told you what a dog was. I told you. I told you. I was clear. I said it's a person that can put the team on their back and go close the show. And Raven does that with defense. That's what I said. Is it confusing? I can write it down. What you missing? I got
this
time.
Is why I don't consider Raven a dog. Because mentally, she still struggles on the offensive end. Mentally, she still gambles too much on the defensive end, leaving her front court players in foul trouble and having to guard 2 people. She got to stop gambling. I know you got a long wingspan, but you got to stop gambling.
So she's not a dog because she needs to improve her game? But Madison is a dog.
She's a dog because she can play defense for 5 minutes.
But Madison is a dog because she can play the game for 35 minutes and can't close shit? Is it better to have a player that can? Here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have a player that could be on your team and play 35 minutes and not get the job done, or have a player like Raven on your team that could close the show when it's time to, when you call on it? Tell me which one would you rather have in a big game?
Raven is a complimentary role player with a high motor.
Whatever you want to call her, we still talking about.
That's not a dog.
Whatever it is you want to call Raven, we're talking about Madison. You still ain't told me about her. This whole conversation is supposed to have been about Madison. You done moved all over. You still ain't told me about Madison. When you gonna tell me about her?
We've been talking about Madison the whole time.
Not for real.
What? What?
We gonna see. We gonna see. The ball finna tip off. LSU will be the CEO.
There's nobody on South Carolina who can stop Madison Booker once she matures and understands her game. There's nobody in the SEC that can guard her one-on-one.
But here's the thing, though. Will she?
That's a hypothetical. You told me we're not doing hypotheticals.
But right, and so I only been talking in facts, and I talked about the 4 games that I saw, and she wasn't that.
Again, so why? How many games has Madison Booker played?
Here's the thing. I saw her play. I saw her do the same shit 4 times. Why on the 5th time? Why on the 5th time?
How many games has Madison Booker played?
No. Why on the 5th time? Why on the 5th time would I think that she's gonna do something different when she showed me what her tendencies are?
Cess, how many games has Madison Booker played?
The same amount of games as Tessa.
Okay, why do you keep bringing up the 4 games? How you gonna pull a 4 game from Raven Johnson when she playing like dog water in big games? I'm talking against ranked teams.
Here's the thing.
I can go find 4 games where Raven Johnson playing like dog water and she didn't even be on the court.
Here's the thing, Prince. What I asked you was to show me a team that she played more times or the same time or the same.
I'm gonna show you teams that Raven Johnson played 4 times in her career.
Let me finish what I'm asking. So you can deliver what I'm asking before you overpromise and can't deliver. What I asked for. Here's the thing. No, you can't. No, you can't because it doesn't exist. What I asked for was 4 times that she played another team last season where she did better. Tell me a team she played 4 times last year where she showed better that I can compare. What I'm looking at is what she's done. What I'm looking at most recently is what she's done. Now you want to talk about
Raven Johnson's numbers versus Texas.
You can go look at Raven, whatever you want to look at. But what you got when you look at Raven's numbers, count them chips.
No, we bring it to see. I knew. See, that's all I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure out. Here's the thing.
That's the team success. You keep trying to attack Raven Johnson to the team success.
Prince, cut the bullshit. Here's the thing. I asked you a question. You didn't answer it. Give me 4 games. Here's the thing. Give me 4 games from last season that Maddie played against the same team. 4 times that she played the same team.
SC is the only team she played 4 times.
4 times that she played the same team last year where she showed better. So if she doesn't have that, how is the sample product that I'm taking not the best sample to take? She played against us 4 times. It was the same. It's the same situation 4 times.
Did she have a double the second time?
I don't know when it was. I don't know if it was the second time or the third time.
It was the second time.
One time. She only won 1 time though.
So okay, 1 and 3. And Cess, this is my thing though, Cess. I want people to listen to this right quick. You keep holding those 4 games on how you want to judge Madison Booker like South Carolina just mollywop Madison Booker, made her look fraudulent. Don't y'all know Madison Booker put up a 20 double-double, a 20-point double-double, and they won it says, what it says, you keep bringing up these 4 games like they're the holy grail, like South Carolina just made Maddie Booker look obsolete. No, she didn't. You're cherry picking 3. You're cherry picking 3 of the 4 games. You never bring up the 20-point double-double game. You never bring up. You keep cherry picking the 4 games.
I'm gonna let it speak for itself.
And I'm looking at Raven Johnson's numbers.
I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna let it speak for itself.
Raven Johnson had 2 points. One for 7 from the field. No steals, 1 block. The next time they played in the postseason.
Hey, Zoe, Chloe Kitts ain't even all
SEC
ain't even on. Listen to this. Will y'all please start talking about Bree Hall as a top defender in college basketball?
You see them numbers?
Please push back on this narrative. Look, let me show you one more time. On this narrative, look, defender in college basketball.
Look at these numbers. Look at what she shot against us. That's just in 3 games. Look at what she shot against us. 30, 31%, 32%, 16%. What we talking about? What we talking about? What we talking about?
But Cess, you want me to tell you something? You want me to tell you something?
Not but. Answer my question about these numbers right here.
I'm about to answer your question.
But bro, it always start with but with you. Tell me about these numbers.
I never said but.
Tell me about this dog.
Know something that's wild.
Tell me about this dog. Tell me about this dog.
From that vantage point, see, this is what numbers trick you at. This is what numbers trick people. From that vantage point, I need people to go look at the rest of Texas team that Cess don't want to talk about. And South Carolina won 3 of those games, those 4 games. Go look at every player on South Carolina's shooting percentage, then get back to me.
But all I'm talking about is no bright lights Booker. See, when the game's on the line, this what she do. This my point. That's all I've been saying. When the game on the line, this what she do.
Cess, only one of those games was on the line.
All of them got one of those games was the SEC championship, and one of those games was the continuing March Madness.
What? Cess, I didn't know the SEC championship was that important.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Don't matter. They cut down the net for being the co-champion, so it must be important.
I'm just saying. I've never heard. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what they did. Now I'm asking you about these numbers right here.
But Cess, I just told you those numbers are misconstrued because go look at the rest of her team shooting percentage.
Those numbers go with my eye test assessment, and this is why I say what I say about Madison. Period.
I'm just trying to figure out why Madison Booker's game.
We're talking about Madison Booker game because this episode is about Madison Booker. If you want to do an episode about Texas, I'm happy to talk about Texas.
But since you keep bringing up South Carolina, I'm trying to do a Madison Booker breakdown. You keep trying to bring up her versus South Carolina.
No, that's what my assessment is on.
So your assessment is on Maddie Booker's. Your assessment isn't on Maddie Booker's game. Your breakdown is on Maddie Booker versus South Carolina.
My assessment is on Madison Booker's game. I watch big
versus
games
South Carolina.
No, I watch big games with Madison Booker, with the majority of my games being South Carolina games, because that's what I watch. Just like the majority of the games that you watch are LSU games. You sat up here the other week and tried to tell me something about Joyce Edwards, and then in the same breath told me you ain't even watched her play for real. So don't sit up here and act like you just making your assessments off all of the tape.
I never said that.
Oh, bullshit. You said you got to go watch Joyce.
I got to go break down her footage. Of course I've seen Joyce Edwards play. She's in the SEC.
Bro, you said you got to go watch Joyce.
Bro, I'm going to clip it and show you. I literally said I got to go break down her game.
Pull it up. You said you ain't watched her like that. Pull it up.
Yeah, I didn't break down her game. That's 2 different things.
So I've watched at least 4 games multiple times. So let's say I've watched these games 100 times and I've made my assessment based on that. That's my right to make that assessment. If you want to give me, if you want to give me some homework, you want to give me some videos to go watch that you think gonna make me change my mind about Madison Booker, send them. But again, you ain't addressed none of the questions that I asked.
Because you said you're asking me questions that have
nothing. When the defense got hot on her ass, this is what she did. Tell me what has she done now? What has she done now? What has she done now to make you think she's gonna do something different? You just saw her play.
Nothing you've mentioned has nothing to do with Madison Booker's player profile and her college career and a breakdown of her going to the next level. You're talking about 4 games and telling me that's all fact and that's all Madison Booker should be judged on. The title is Madison Booker breakdown.
Tell me,
you're trying to break down Madison Booker only using 4 games in South Carolina.
But what you're telling me is that I should use a breakdown of her and what she was able to
do. Are you going to use her total career?
Against lesser talent, I should use that. I should see what she does against lesser talent to make an assessment.
No, she beat LSU twice while it was ranked.
LSU is lesser talent.
So it's Madison. I'm confused. I'm confused, Cess, because isn't South Carolina more talented than Texas? But we can't use. Hey, chat. I want y'all to listen to what Cess is doing.
I believe
don't
so.
want me to use LSU because Texas is more talented than LSU. But yet she want to hold the more talented South Carolina team as the parameter for judging Maddie Booker on a less talented Texas team.
Yes, I'm using how she
both ways, Cess.
Here's the thing. I've said from the beginning. I'm using how she performs against the standard to make my assessment of how she'll play at the next level. When she plays against the standard, she's no bright lights Booker. That was my assessment. Again, if you want to give me some games to go watch, I'm happy to watch them.
So let me get this right. All the WNBA teams are just all WNBA teams are going to do is pull up Madison Booker versus South Carolina and say, "Oh, she's not a first round pick."
No, I didn't say that at all. I said that's what I made my assessment on. That's what I said. I made my assessment on.
So you make all your assessments off of how South Carolina plays people.
I don't. If we played them 4 times in the last year, yeah, probably it would be it would be the most recent work that they've done because I want to know where they're gonna go from there. So I watched them, and then I watched her this summer, and I said I don't see nothing different. Then I went back and looked at the freshman year. And was like, dang, if Vic would put the ball in her hand more as a point forward, she may be a little bit better in the SEC. But he ain't doing that since Rory back, so it's gonna be the same old thing. Then I thought about what Drip said, and she said, you know what about Vic? He just gonna do the same old thing. So Texas is back with no Jack Winnetonda, and no who was the big in the middle, Taylor. With neither one of them counting on Oldacre as they big in the SEC, and Madison Booker and Rory, the one that Raymond took down there and posted up against the LSU team that you tell me got the number one recruiting class in the nation. They faster, better against a Tennessee that got better, against a Vandy that got better, against all these teams that got better in the SEC. Texas didn't do anything different, but I'm supposed to respect them and Madison Booker as the SEC player of the year and the team to win the SEC. Make it make sense.
But Cess, I'm confused, Cess. With this show needs a mashup. Anybody out there who's good with this show right here needs a mashup. Because you literally, that was a beautiful soliloquy you gave just now, by the way. You was cooking. But you literally said everything I said in the beginning. That team, that coach, and the talent on that roster has nothing to do with Maddie Booker. But yet, when you judge her against the number one team,
here's the part that you missed.
I watched her. Here's the thing.
Here's the part that you missed.
All Texas wants to do is get Maddie Booker the ball, and everybody knows that.
But here's the part that you missed, Prince. I said also that I just watched her with Team USA this summer, and I didn't see anything different that made me feel like she was going to be any different this year. That was with a different team, with different people around her, with different coaches in multiple games. I just said that.
But Cess, I watched those games this summer. Who on that team did any? This is what we got to stop. Cess, tell me one player on that Team USA team that did anything outstanding that they didn't do during the college season last year. Oh wait.
Here's the thing, Prince. I didn't say that anybody did. What I said
was,
why
you judge her for that?
Because we're only talking about her right now.
No, so what I said, I know we're talking.
So here's the thing. Here's why I'm judging her on that. Because her time in USA basketball was the time to show what she has done, what she's done since she finished in April to now. I didn't see anything different.
Nobody on that team showed anything.
I didn't see anything different. I saw some stuff from Joyce that I wanted to see. I saw some stuff from Blake's that I wanted to see. Michaela Blake's, I can't wait to see Michaela Blake's play. I can't wait to see Kennedy Smith play. I walked away from USA basketball feeling like that about them. I didn't walk away from Madison Booker feeling like that about them. That's what I'm saying.
What did Blakers do on Team USA that made you walk away saying, wow, she got a chance to be first team All-American?
No, that's not what I said. I said I walked away excited to see her. I didn't say shit about her being first team All-American. What I said was I walked away excited to see her because I got a chance to see the growth in her defense. I got a chance to see how she got up to the basketball. I got a chance to see her in the open court playing defense. That's what I saw. I also got to see Kennedy Smith open up her offensive bag some more from when Juju went down versus UConn to what she did in the summer. That's why. Those were the things that I was able to see.
But Kennedy always had offense.
It was not on display for me to see. So when
that's on the team, though, Cess. That's not on Kennedy Smith.
Not necessarily. What I'm saying, what you keep. I make that assessment based on when my eyes see it. So that's what I saw. Nothing that I saw from Madison over the summer had me like, damn, man, I can't wait to see Maddie get back. Nothing.
Cess, nobody on that. Cess, I watched those games.
Here's the thing. You keep saying nobody. I walked away with a different take because of what I was able to see. I hadn't seen some things that you saw before.
Cess, we know Blake is a baller. Blake's has the talent to be the number one scorer in the nation.
Here's the thing.
Blake didn't show me nothing on that team that I couldn't see in a practice.
Here's the thing. I didn't walk into USA basketball feeling like that about Blake's at all.
What?
No, that's not how I felt about Blake's at all. Based on what I had been able to see about her and what I had seen so far, maybe I hadn't seen as much as you, but that ain't what I walked in there feeling like. But just like you ain't seen Joyce like that, it's some players I ain't seen. But I'm not going to let you downplay what my assessment is because it ain't the same as yours. You still ain't answering my question. Tell me what you seen that Booker's done that got you this high on Booker.
Did you have another year under her belt in that system?
So let me tell you this. You had Booker. So were you this high? If I go back on your lives, you was this high on Booker last year?
Yeah. I look, anybody who watched me on my lives last year knows.
So you're a Booker fan.
I'm a Maddie Booker fan.
I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. Don't ever ask me to ask Tulip anything. I would never. But here's the thing. I'll take it that you're a Madison Booker fan. I came into this telling you I'm not a Madison Booker fan, and I told you before we came up here, there's nothing that you're really going to say that's going to make me a Madison Booker fan. What I've seen in her game, it hasn't changed. It ain't like I look at her from her freshman year to now like, damn, man, that's hella growth she done had. There are players that I look at them and like, dang, yo, I see the growth. I see the work. I don't see that in Madison Booker.
So you don't think, Cess, you don't think Madison Booker will be SEC Player of the Year?
I don't think. I'm not saying that I don't think that she will, but I don't think that she'll earn it. Just like I don't think that she should have been an SEC Player of the Year last year.
Well, she'll earn it. What does that mean?
I don't think that she earned it last year. I don't think that she should have been SEC Player of the Year last year.
What?
No, I don't.
Who should have been?
I don't know. I don't think her. People say that it should have been Anissa Morrow.
They didn't play nobody.
I didn't have. They played everybody in the SEC. What are you talking about? The SEC Player of the Year is based on the SEC. They played everybody in the SEC. I can't even. It's not like I'm like, oh, it should have been a Gamecock. I can't even say that. I just didn't have her. That's based on my experience with her. I didn't see it. I didn't see a Player of the Year on the floor against us. Period.
Cess. I can't wait. I can't wait till South Carolina plays Texas. Y'all be prepared. I'm going live for the game. And I'm gonna be looking for Cess.
I'm always. Then you better come pop up because I've been live for the game. I've been the first motherfucker around this bitch going live for the Gamecock games. Don't worry about it. You know where to find me.
I can't wait.
Cess Talk Sports. You know where to find me. I'm there every time the Gamecocks is on. You ain't got to talk about you. You ain't got to look for me. You ain't never got to look for me on Gamecock Day. I done told y'all, man, since March 1st. It's up. Demon time. I'm ruder about it. You ain't got to look for me on Gamecock Day. Ever. Have anybody ever had to look for me on Gamecock Day? Please pull up.
I can't wait.
You got it.
I'm gonna be watching.
You got
I'm gonna be watching Joyce.
You got an invitation to pull up and watch with us. Hit the link.
I'm gonna be watching Joyce.
Hit the link. Pull up.
I'm gonna be watching Raven Johnson. I'm gonna be watching Maddie Booker. Put on the pressure cooker. I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna be watching. Because that's gonna be fun.
Now, do you got something to tell me about Maddie Booker yet, or what?
I told you. Pull up the thing. Pull up the doc. You got your thing on your I don't know, your YouTube on the screen.
Yeah. I got you. Here we go. I want to make sure you get your assessment out, because this is what this was about, an assessment of her skill set.
Again,
I don't run from no smoke. I'm talking about you. You hope you gonna be looking for me. You have to look for me on no Gamecock Day. Are you for real?
Again,
that's disrespectful to my brand. You ain't never got to look for me on Gamecock Day. Let's go. Tell me about Madison.
Again, looking for you don't mean actually looking for you. It's a term. It's a Southern term. I'm
just talking trash back. I know what you mean.
No. I'm talking to the chat, not you. I'm talking to Billy.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Billy, not you, Seth.
Just having some good old. We just gonna be having some good old barbershop talk up here.
Yeah. This barbershop talk right here. A lot of y'all be in y'all feelings. Hey, Cess, a lot of people couldn't come up here and deal with you.
Oh God, please don't get tender about this. God, leave. Please don't go get tender, man.
Look. She in Detroit. I'm from the NO. We talk like this. This barbershop talk.
It's still my brother right here. We'll be back on Tuesday. It ain't.
This barbershop talk.
Golly, jeez. Is that how YouTube is? They got us breaking up. Golly. Okay, come on. We got Madison Booker. Now, here's the thing. Like you keep saying, she's gonna do something in college hoops, right? And she's going to do something at the next level, right? So I don't mind coming back and saying, hey, at the next level, she looks better, right? I had to do that about Cameron Brink, because I was like, Cameron Brink, take her a second for what? Cameron Brink needs to work on her game. Cameron Brink said she needed to work on her game, explain why she didn't go back to school to work on her game, and it showed me, hey, I belong in the WNBA. Who else did that? Deja Kelly. I was like, Deja Kelly, man, please. Maybe you could. I don't mind coming back and saying, maybe you look better. You know who else I had to do that for? Oh, Kikiola. I had to come back and do that for Kikiola. Oh, Kiki area fan. Didn't think I was going to see it. So I hope that I could come back and say, hey, Madison, hey, you got me. I was wrong. But if she doesn't get the mentality to be able to close and have the confidence and not crash out, and doesn't have the poise when the game is on the line, then what's she going to be? You know it. If you ain't got no poise, it don't matter how good your skill set is. If you can't keep yourself together, and you know that, you ran point guard, right?
Look, man. But Cess, you literally said the coach took her out of what she was excelling at, which was being a point forward, and just turned her into an off-ball player.
So at this time in this day and age, then you have to either have a conversation with your coach that says, this is what my brand requires, or you have to look at other opportunities. You can't just be dialed in like I want to be Kevin Durant if that's not going to get you to where you need to be.
I just think he wants to be coachable.
But what good is it to be coachable if the coach ain't telling you nothing?
Again, Cess, that's why I said in the beginning.
That type of situation will make you not coachable at the next stop.
But again, Cess, that's why I gave the real life experience of my first year with my coach that got fired that offseason. Sometimes I'm gonna tell you what happens, Cess. Think about public perception and think about how teams view players, right? If you're not a marquee name, sometimes your characteristics coming from your head coach could damage your legacy with that school and your standing with the next level. If Texas coach, who is respected, even though he don't win nothing, he is respected. That's why he's at Texas making all money.
That's a narrative, though. That's a narrative that he's
again says. That's just how it goes. Yes,
push back on that.
No, it shouldn't happen.
He's respected.
That's how it goes, Cess.
He's respected by who? Because who said?
That I don't say that. People around the league says that. I don't say that.
Who?
All of these front office scouts. Go look at the papers about how they talked about when they went talk to his players last offseason.
I'm not thinking about the media. I'm not thinking about the media. I'm up here being the media, pushing back on narratives. I just because people keep saying he respected, I can't find nobody. I can't find nobody to say
you're not Madison Booker.
We're talking about Vic Schaefer right now, and whether he was respected.
He coaches Madison Booker. I'm just trying to tell you, as a player, your characteristics when you're not a high-profile name or a household name, when you're not a Juju and a Hannah or a Flaw J, your characteristics means more than your talent, depending on the organization. So if Vic Schaefer says that Madison Booker isn't coachable, she pushes back on my game plan, that's going to affect Maddie at the next level. Coaches are going to have a precognitive perception of the type of player she is, and they're going to play hardball with her. It's just what it is. So some players get in their head about it. Some just do what they want to do. Some get in their head about it.
So you said Hannah Hidalgo, Flau'jae. So you don't think that Madison Booker is on Flau'jae and Hannah's level? But she was SEC Player of the Year last year.
That's not what I'm saying. Madison Booker is on their level talent-wise. But look at the spotlight. Madison Booker is not in their spotlight. So coaches at the next level, Cess, only sees what they see on the TV screen.
Wait a minute.
What they see from the coach. Flau'jae is out here rapping. Flau'jae is doing interviews. Hannah Hidalgo got all these commercials. WNBA scouts, Juju, they get to see their personality.
So you're saying don't get to see
Madison Booker's personality.
The WNBA is impressed with Flau'jae's rapping? Is that what you're saying?
No, Cess, off the court, they get to see their personalities because they're brand names. Madison Booker's is on their level for talent, but they don't get to see a lot of her off the court personality. So a lot of these coaches and scouts are going to go off of what Vic says about her and her coachability. They don't get to see, they get to see Hannah Hidalgo's playful, cheery, loves everybody, lovable personality because she got all these commercials and she's doing these interviews. They get to see Flau'jae's lucky-go-happy attitude, how she wants to help the community because she's on Shannon Sharp doing interviews and she's on YouTube doing interviews with her rap career. They get to see Juju in all of these commercials, her beautiful smile, her off the court. They don't get to see that with Madison. Madison has to lean on her talent and her coachable.
So you think the WNBA is more impressed by what they see off the court than on the court? Their decision is based more on what they see off the court.
Yes, they know these players are talented, Cess.
Okay.
There's nothing, Cess. Once you get to a certain level, there's nothing you can do on the court.
So yeah, that's our
that can change your franchise's mind unless you go 10% above all of your stats. Outside of that, they know who you are on the court.
You think WNBA teams have Flau'jae higher on the board because of what they seen off the court than Madison Booker?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Flau'jae can change your perception of her character versus what Kim Mulkey would say versus Madison Booker would have a hard time changing her perception versus what Vic would say to scouts. So she has to play the long game with it. Flau'jae them can think outside the box.
In this day and age, Madison Booker could have a podcast as well if she wants to. She chooses.
She doesn't though, because that's not her characteristics. That's not what she. That's not. I don't even think Madison. If you watch Madison Booker, even if you watch the Team USA practices, if you pay attention, Madison Booker is always out the way. Okay, she's never in front of the camera.
Okay, so how does this help Madison? So she got to do what Vic say because Vic might say she's not coachable. So
correct, because she doesn't. They don't know her personality outside of that.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna push back on that narrative because in this day and age,
it's not a narrative; it's a fact.
I'm gonna push back on that because in this day and age, she got an agent that's talking for her, right?
Says so. It ain't like what you think it is. Them agents not says. I know this firsthand. It's not like that. It's not like you think it is. It's not.
I guess here's the thing. You can say that for some players. I guess it kind of depends on who your manager is. There's some players out here that's really getting to the money. I don't know who she's with. I don't know who she with, but Clutch out here taking care of the women. It's some agents out here really getting it done. My point being, it wouldn't just be about what Vic said about her. It would also be about what Kara Lawson have to say about her. It would also be about what does the agent have to say about her. It would also be about Madison. What do you have to say about you? Because it's so much involved in the process right now. It ain't just a coach calling another coach, and then you either at that school or not. Sure, there's a conversation that happens, but you don't think the agents is talking? You don't think these kids is talking?
You'll be surprised. You would literally be surprised how much influence
you just told me
draft stock. You would be literally shocked at the conversations that happen. You would be literally shocked at the conversations that happens between GMs at the next level and head coaches. You would be completely shocked.
I don't think so for where y'all say she is. She's supposed to be a top 5 draft pick, ain't she?
Yes.
Okay.
But you know how many top 5 draft picks fall out because a coach gives a bad rap?
Who? Tell me. Who fell out last year because the coach gave a bad rap?
Cess, how would I know that?
How would I know? How many fell out because of what the coach said? You just asked me. I said, I don't know. Tell me. How would I know? You asked me. You asked me to answer
about last year. I said, do you know how many players have struggled to stay in the top 5 because of bad raps off the court?
No. So I told you to give me an example of one from last year. If it's that
common from last year, because I don't do the drama mill.
Then who? Give me an example of who. You asked me how many, like it's so common, and now you sitting back like,
Cess, why did Angel Reese fall out the top 5?
You said what?
Why did Angel Reese fall out the top 5?
Oh, I don't know. Angel didn't want to go home. I don't know. I didn't know that Angel fell out the top 5. I didn't have Angel in the top 5. So I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
You don't think it was off the court?
No, I didn't have Angel in the top 5.
No, I'm saying you don't think her slip out of the top 5 had anything to do with off the court?
No, because I don't think she slipped out the top 5 because I didn't have her in the top 5.
So you had Aaliyah Edwards better than her in the top 5?
No, not necessarily. I don't remember who. I don't remember who it was, but I don't remember having Angel top 5.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Angel, I thought the Angel would get here, but Angel really didn't impress me until I saw her first interview after she got drafted, when she talked about who she was going to be and what she was going to do. And I was like, oh shit, Angel's ready. She's going to be different.
But okay. See that conversation you just had? I want you to pay attention to that conversation you just said. Says that statement you just said. Angel Reese was able to get in front of eyes and tell you who she really is, and it changed your opinion of her draft position. Did you just not say that?
Yeah, and I think that when Madison Booker will have the same opportunity. It's not like Angel had some special opportunity. Angel got introduced to the team. They put a microphone in front of her, asked her a question, and she answered it. That will happen for Madison Booker too. They'll announce her to the team.
But Cess,
put a microphone in front of her. Like my mind didn't change because of something I seen somewhere else. My mind changed because of what she said in that moment. That's not an opportunity that Madison Booker is not going to have. Everybody that gets introduced on a team has that same opportunity to have that same conversation.
But Cess, I get that. But you're talking about you as a person on the outside looking in. After she got drafted, that conversation helped change your perspective on what she was going to do. Imagine a head coach and a GM that a player has been a target of a team and a GM for 2 years, and you have constant conversations. You're flying that head coach out to your house to shoot rugby in the backyard. and play polo in the backyard, and you have drinks with them, and you have constant conversations about Madison Booker not running your plays right, Madison Booker having IQ interpretations, Madison Booker not being coachable.
You think they flying Vic out all over? Talking about Madison Booker.
Yeah, my coach did.
Okay.
That's why I said you would be surprised what actually happens when the cameras isn't rolling.
Okay. So
you would be surprised.
Okay, so
at the backdoor conversations that happen.
Sure, they happen.
Where it's like it can be like bro, let's say a coach has a player on their team that they really like, and they have a player that they don't like, even though that player is more talented. A coach will literally talk a GM into I will make sure that player wants to go to your team.
Could these things happen?
You help me railroad this player. You will be surprised.
Could these things happen? Could these things happen? Sure. Now let's get back to Madison. Sure. Okay, they happen. Now let's get back to Madison Booker.
Again, that's what it's over with Madison Booker.
So Madison Booker has to stay at Texas, not get developed, not look at other options, because Vic might be getting flew out every night, telling people that she's not running his plays and she's not coachable. And people will believe that because that's what Vic says, and not look at what she's done on the floor, what she did with Carol Lawson, what other coaches have to say, what she has to say for herself, what her track record has to say, and they'll just dump her because Vic says she's not coachable. So this is why she has to stay at Texas. She can't transfer. She can't look at getting into a different system. She can't try to get someplace that will get her mentally, physically, and emotionally ready to be at the next level with the skill set that you said she has, because Vic may keep her from getting drafted at the rugby games when he's getting flew out, telling people she's not coachable. This is why she's stuck there.
But Cess, I didn't say that. I said as long as she's I literally gave the example of her going to UConn next season if she goes in the transfer portal. I said that as long as Madison Booker is at Texas, she will remain humble, she will remain coachable, and she will stay out the way because that's the type of player she is, to her detriment. I said her mindset of how she wants to be coachable is to her detriment when it comes to her prolonging and being a winner in her career and being used right.
But if she goes to UConn, if she goes to UConn, she'll be less humble and more and have more.
No, I think she will be used right where she don't got to challenge him.
Okay. But when does the mentality and the voice and all of that stuff develop then, if that's what's missing?
I don't know, Cess. I'm not in her head. Again, that's something she has to work on. That's something she has to mature and grow in. And it's not a maturity thing. Some players have that mentality of, nah, coach, this is what we need to do if you want to get the best out of me. Some players just like, I'm going to believe in what the coach has forward, and I'm going to get the best out of what he wants me to do. There's two different type of players.
And she's going to do that. And then, but then at the end of this season, she's gonna be like, forget that, and she's gonna get in the transfer portal and go somewhere else.
But Cess, what was the think about Paige at UConn? Her personality was what? She was just gonna do what Gino wanted. And what Gino always pushed on her back about, no, I need you to help me help you.
Now Madison is Paige.
We're talking about personalities. You asking me what it takes for Madison Booker to be better, or what kind of person?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that Madison and Paige.
It's going to take Vic. It's going to take Vic to challenge her mindset.
Let me be really clear. There's nothing that I think that is similar about Madison and Paige as far as like their character or how they move. I think that Paige made a choice to put herself in a box a little bit to play in Gino's system. But every time that you put a mic in front of Paige's face, a la the ESPYs, you are very clear about who Paige is, what she believes, where she stands, and what she thinks. She also leveraged her brand away from UConn on social media platforms and other places to really show you who she is. So I don't think that people could really go out there and try to tell you, or Gino would be able to sour or sully who people think Paige is, because Paige has done a great job of telling people who she is, using her platform while still staying in the box that UConn requires her to be. That's what I think. I was very clear about who Paige was.
I'm confused. What does the SPs have to do with being coachable and how you want to be coached?
What I'm talking about is, you said being able to get in front of a mic and tell people who you are and what you think. So that's
not Maddie's personality though, and Maddie don't have that kind of marketing.
No. You said that she was like Paige, and what I said is,
Are we talking about coachability? Or are we talking about who can make more money off the court?
No. You said that she could that she would be like Paige. And what I'm saying is, Paige,
I gave the example of how Gino wanted to push Paige. Vic does not push Madison to change her mindset. And he just uses what she's good at, and he lives with it.
What I added to that was, you said that Madison Booker also just doesn't say anything because she doesn't want Vic to ruin her being able to be picked, because he can be like, she's not coachable.
That's not what I said. I specifically said sometimes being coachable and being out of the way can hurt you. And I gave examples. I didn't say Vic was actually going to do it. I said sometimes when you're not in the spotlight, you understand your limitations. You and your agent understands the limitations of what you can and can't do.
You said that she was going to stay humble and stay quiet and just kind of do her thing, right?
But no, I said that's her personality. Is that not Madison Booker's personality?
But here's the thing, and my point was, that's not Paige's personality, and she showed that every time she got a chance.
How is that not?
My point being, when she got to the SB, she spoke up about women and everything.
About the SB. I'm not talking about Paige running for president.
You talked about Paige, the basketball player. No, you talked about Angel and all her platforms, and why people can't get at her because she speak up everywhere she go. That's my point about Paige.
Madison Booker don't have that personality though.
And that's my point. You comparing Madison to Paige is a bad comparison, because Paige is unapologetically herself, just like Angel. She just does it differently. She chose not to do it at UConn, but everywhere else in her platform, you can see who she is, what she stands for, what she believes in, her LGBT pride, all of that. You see it everywhere else, but on the court. Madison, you just said Madison, you don't see it anywhere. That's
you don't, because she's even killed. She's out the way.
And that's my point. That's my point. That's not Paige. You think that about Paige, but that's not Paige. If you really look at her
Cess, you're making my point though. You're bringing up how Paige can be like that with Gino, because off the court, she's at the SB. She's speaking up. She's a philanthropist. She's doing all of this.
So my point to you was,
Maddie, I don't even think Maddie wants that platform.
And that's my point. I don't see why you compare them two. They don't have the same platform.
You're comparing them too. I gave an example of how they're being coached. You're comparing all of this other stuff.
What I told you was that, because that's what we're talking about. We were talking about all of that other stuff. You talked about Angel.
No, you brought that up from earlier. That conversation is past.
You talked about people slipping in the draft. That's what we was talking about.
But that was the earlier conversation.
Our conversation right now isn't about Vic having the ability, and coaches having the ability to say that people aren't coachable and have them slip in the draft. Ain't that what we're talking about?
No.
What are we talking about then? Tell me.
We're talking about Madison's personality and how she doesn't want to challenge her coach because she's not that type of person. She's gonna go along to get along.
And we were asking about, and we're talking about her challenging her coach, or not, because of what? Because we were talking about whether or not she would slip in the draft, right?
No.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about her standing up for herself and all of that for?
Because you want her to be more of a dog. You want to see her grow.
I said I don't think that she is. I'm not looking to have her be anything. I don't think she is. You keep telling me that she gonna show me, and I said, cool, I'll keep looking, but I don't see it. I didn't want her to be.
I never said.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I don't want Madison to do anything because I'm not a Madison fan. So I'm not looking for Madison.
Cess, I'm not trying to turn you into one. I literally agree with you. Everything you think of Maddie Booker in college, I agree with you. I've been agreeing since the beginning. I've never pushed back on nothing you said. That's why I'm keep getting lost. I'm saying I'm not judging Madison off of what she does in college. I think Maddie is pro-ready.
Here's where we disagree. Here's where we disagree. I don't think that Madison Booker is all of that in college. I don't think that magically when she gets to the WNBA that it's gonna change. You keep telling me when she gets to the league, she's going to do some different things and all of that. And she's going to grow up and mature. Hope so. Happy to come back and say, hey, Maddie, damn it, you did it. Prove me wrong. I don't see it. I haven't seen anything in the way that she works or shows up for games that says that's where she's headed. That's all I'm saying.
What?
No, what? I don't see anything. There's nothing that I see about the way that she's shown up to play basketball from her freshman year to what I just saw this summer that says Maddie in the gym. She working. She on demon time. Who is up for the league? No. There's nothing that I see. I didn't see a jump from year 1 to year 2. I didn't see anything in this offseason. If she shows up this season and she's something different, happy to come back and be like, hey, Maddie, my bad, fam. You did that. Salute to you. But as of right now, if I had to bet my last dollar on it, no, I'm not.
I think Madison Booker is pro-ready. I think she's one of the most skillful players coming out of the next 2 drafts. I think she has a high ceiling. I think she's going to consistently average 15 or more points at the next level. I do think she needs to work on defensive consistency and shot selection and aggressiveness.
If she don't get her mind right,
it has nothing to do with her mind. At the next,
this is my assessment. You just gave your assessment. I listened to it. Those are the things that you said she needed to work on. I don't see her being successful at the next level if she don't got the mental capacity to be that. If she don't strengthen up her mind, if she don't get her poise under control, if she don't stop the crashing out, it's not going to work at the next level like you talking about. You just talked about how she needed to mature.
What you mean crash out?
Crash out, go back. The tantrums and stuff that she throw.
Huh?
Yeah, crash outs. You see him? Just Michaela, MK Dub do them too. It's just a little tantrum that they do sometimes when it don't go their way. I'm talking about body language, the way they respond on the floor to their teammates, that type of stuff. All those things matter. You can act like you're confused if you want to. Go back and watch.
I've never watched the game and was like, Maddie out here quitting.
I didn't say quitting. I said crashing out.
What that's what crashing out means.
No, it don't. I said she threw a mini tantrum. That don't mean quitting.
I've never seen a game where I say Maddie don't want to be on this court with these players.
And I've never seen a game where I was like, man, Maddie gonna beat Maddie all that in the SEC. So now where we at?
What?
And I've never watched a game where I was like, damn, Maddie out here killing. She all of that in the SEC. Now what are we talking about?
Well, Texas constantly is a top 5 seed every year.
They first of all, they only been in the SEC 1 year. So I don't give a damn what they did in the Big 12. Who is they?
She's only been in the league for 2 years.
They've only been in the SEC 1 year. That was last year.
And what did they rank last year?
They finished co-champs. But you know why they finished co-champs? Because LSU didn't do their job.
So you're blaming but I thought you just poo-pooed LSU when I say she beat them twice when it was ranked 8th and 5th. But now all of a sudden LSU ain't do their job.
Here's the thing. No, LSU didn't do their job. Because if you go back and check my lives, I had LSU beating everybody last year except us. Go back and check. LSU didn't live up to who I said they were.
So you had LSU beating Texas?
I had LSU beating everybody but us last year.
Wow.
Yeah, I did. This year, this year the way the team is, I don't have them beating many. So yeah, LSU disappointed me last year. But yeah, I had them beating Texas last year. But I'm ready for the breakdown, man. Get to the WNBA skill set and all of that. I feel like you're still trying to convince me about Maddie. I'm
not trying to convince you. I
don't see it.
I'm
ready for the breakdown part. I'm
here to educate the people. I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm here to educate the people on how I see Maddie and how she fits. I'm not here to convince nobody, you, the chat, anybody listening. I'm not trying to convince nobody. If you've been watching me talk basketball I've been on YouTube for like over a year. If you watch me talk basketball, I don't convince nobody of nothing. Either you like the player or you don't. Aja, my favorite player. And I've never tried to convince nobody of Aja Wilson.
Break her down. Go with the breakdown.
Again, Madison Booker is the 2-time Conference Player of the Year, one in the Big 12, one in the SEC last year. So she's the 2-time reigning. She shoots 40% from 3. She has a 6'4" wingspan that translates to the next level. Some of her weaknesses are her long-range shooting. She doesn't take enough. She only averages 2 a game. Some games this year, she hasn't even taken 1 3. She lives in the mid-range, but to live in the mid-range at the next level, she's going to have to understand her height, wingspan, and get stronger. So I want her to continue to develop physical strength to shift off defenders and be able to rise above them. Her passing is better than she displayed last year because they took the ball out of her hands and gave it to Rory to run the offense. Don't people know that 65% of Madison Booker's shots came off the ball? That's horrible. For that type of talent, you got to put the ball in her hands and let her go to work.
Tell us about these grades.
Again, she has great handles for a big wing. Great handles. She doesn't look clumsy in half court, which some bigs do when they're dribbling the ball. If you watch some bigs, when they get rebounds and they try to bring it up court, you can literally tell it's not a fluent dribble. It's not really consistent. They dribble high. They dribble slow. She can literally go coast to coast and beat some guards down the court without giving up the basketball. It doesn't roll off of her foot. It isn't going behind her. She isn't dribbling above her shoulders. Again, her shooting is consistent enough to get her through most defenders. Her physicality and her shot selection at the next level is going to be dependent on her getting better. Her athleticism at 6'1" is amazing. She has great athleticism for being 6'1" and playing inside of the perimeter. Most players like Fee, she's quicker than a Fee who's 6'1", right? I think she's faster than the Asians. I think she's faster than Angel Reese. I think she's faster than Aaliyah Edwards and Kiki. She's faster than them. Because there's going to be some of the players she's going to get picked up on and pick and roll. She's quicker than them. So at her size, she's quicker than them, right? Even though some of them are an inch or two taller. Her defense is there when she's locked in. She got a B- because she isn't locked in enough. She needs to be more consistent and take on more challenges on the wing of guarding the other team's best player. I know sometimes it's not in the coach's calling card. Again, in college, players are dependent on the system. In the professional level, players are dependent on their skill set. That's why you see players become these three-point shooters at the next level, is because the system didn't dictate them to be three-point shooters. It didn't dictate them to be this point forward. In college, is more coach dependent. At the next level, is more player dependent. Coaches use players' best assets at the next level. So I think that's why at the next level, I think you'll see a better Madison Booker. Because at the next level, they're going to say, we need the best you, not the best you in this system.
Okay, let's what we got next? Best case playing style and best comp. Yeah, what you got? What we got?
Yeah. So best case scenario. Remember, our best case scenario is always going to be Hall of Fame trajectory, right? If there was to be this, if Madison Booker was going to get the best out of her abilities, I'm talking the absolute best. DeWanna Bonner is literally her best case scenario comp. Long wing, can score at all three levels, versatile, all-star potential. Again, I got Madison Booker being a multi-time all-star if she gets the best out of her talents at the next level. Her playing style, where she wants to score, how she wants to score, her consistency, shooting percentage, how she plays off the ball, how she uses herself on the ball is literally Kahleah Copper. If you want to know how Madison scores, if you want to know how she plays in the system, go watch Kahleah Copper. But her realistic comp, just being a competent basketball player, her realistic comp that I see her reaching is Ryan Howard. Similar size, scoring ability. Ryan Howard shoots the three a little more consistently than she does. But how they want to actually score, how coaches can use them, where they can be used on the floor, how they can be used on defense and offense as far as versatility and their skill sets is literally the same player. So Ryan Howard is probably going to be her realistic comp at the next level.
Okay.
Dependent, and that's only dependent on if Madison Booker wants to shoot the three.
Somebody put Ryan Howard nickname in the chat for us. Somebody put Ryan Howard nickname. What do we call Ryan Howard over here at Cess Talk Sports? Put it in the chat. If somebody in here that know, what do we call Ryan in the Howard? Ryan Howard in the chat, please. Okay. Yeah, if she gonna be Ryan Howard, I'll take it. All right. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. We're not gonna agree on them all, but I love the debate. I love the debate. Draft projection fit. What you got?
Yeah. And when it comes to comp, want me to tell you the hard thing about comp, Cess?
Yeah, what you got?
People always want to pick apart, like, you know how I have the bulletins on my comps? People always want to pick apart, well, she don't do this, or she don't. That's not how you do comp, Cess. I'm telling y'all firsthand. That's not how coaches and scouts do comps for players. They don't go look at the perfect match. They look at how that player can be used in that system. Think about this. Cess, do you think Rickea Jackson and Madison Booker plays alike?
No.
I agree. They don't. But that's not what a comp is. I guarantee you, Cess, if Madison Booker goes right into the Los Angeles Sparks at the same position Rickea's at, I guarantee you that coach is going to use them the same way. Do you agree?
Probably in that system.
Exactly. But that's what a comp is. A comp isn't you just go find the perfect play. That's not what a comp is.
So now tell us the system that's going to make her DeWanna Bonner.
A DeWanna Bonner system is gonna make. Honestly, this is the crazy thing. Go watch DeWanna Bonner on the Phoenix Mercury the first time, and go watch Madison Booker highlights, and tell me if you notice something similar. They literally score at the same areas of the floor. They take the same 3-point shot attempts. They wanna get off the ball. And get the ball at the same areas. That's how you look at comps. Go watch DeWanna Bonner highlights her first time on the Mercury, and just go watch Madison Booker highlights. Just go watch them. Just go watch them. Just go watch him. Again, draft range 2027 is the first year she's eligible to come out. Who knows? Madison Booker might stay till 2028. Who knows? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But the first year she's eligible to come out, of course, she's going to be a top 5 pick. I have her going in the 3 to 5 range. Depend on what that team needs. It's really hard without the teams being stabilized this offseason with all of the moves. It's really hard to say in 2 years this team is going to need a forward because all 3 of their forwards are free agents. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to say where Madison Booker is going to fall, but just looking at, if you just rank the players coming out in 2027, I think she's in that 3 to 5 range of that draft. But it depends on what a team needs, because she could literally be the number 2 pick. If a team has a solid point guard and a shooters, and they just need a wing that can score, she can literally be the number 2 pick. It really depends on who that number 2 pick is.
Do you think Ashlyn Watkins being in that draft now, or Chloe Kitts being in that draft now, shakes up the top 5 at all? Because they're in that draft now.
No, because I think Ashley Watkins and Chloe Kitts, teams are going to draft both of them to do the same thing.
No, I just said, do you think they shake up the top 5? Do either one of them appear in the top 5?
No, definitely not. Definitely not Watkins. Definitely not Watkins. Chloe Kitts. Chloe Kitts comes out 2027.
Yeah, Chloe's out this year, so she don't come out her right year now.
Okay, so she's not gonna come out early.
How this would have been her early year.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's happened before. A player literally just Kubali did it. Just sit out the whole year. A team tells you they're gonna draft you.
Juju. I mean, it could all look like that 2027. I don't know, but I'm just saying right now. When I'm looking at.
Yeah, when you think about 2027,
when I'm looking at
that's gonna be a guard-heavy Juju draft. I don't think either of them is top 5. Like Chloe Kitts is a tweener. Like Chloe Kitts gonna have her and Dawn Staley her senior year, and I hope you understand what I'm saying. They gonna have to decide if she's a 3 or a 4.
Well, I think we already having that conversation. We ain't worried about that. We didn't need you to tell us that. I know.
I'm just saying, like,
we don't need no help with our strategy over here. We know that Chloe is.
I'm not talking about for her. I'm talking about for where she's going in the draft. Yeah. Like, they gonna have to convince teams if she's a 3 or a 4.
We are going to continue to do what we've been doing. Be the standard, develop the things that we need to show in the WNBA to be able to stick throughout the season and close the show in March and April. We'll continue to do that. That's what it'll be. And then that's why you have, and y'all keep saying we don't have starters. That's okay. I don't care nothing about starting. Do you stick? Do you got a job in the dub? So there's that. Chloe Kitts.
But that's not what I'm saying, Cess. We talking about Chloe Kitts' draft stock.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that
when you're a tweener, it hurts your draft stock because now teams don't know where to fit you at, and one team that might need a 4, they're probably not confident that you can play 4 long term. One team might need a 3, and they're not. So it hurt. Like she gonna have to establish what she really is to even be in the top 5. Sure. She would have to really establish her position.
I just asked you if they would shake it up. I don't think that any Gamecocks necessarily even get drafted in the top 5. I don't even know if we go in the first round. I don't even care about that, because the thing that I like to talk about is how many Gamecocks in the playoffs. See, then we can talk about who got drafted where and all that.
Of course.
The better conversation for me is how many of us in the playoffs with all of that Dawn don't develop. So whether they crash the top 5 or don't, I think they'll be in the playoffs.
Of course. I mean, if you look at that again, I'm a Dawn Staley fan. So this is what I hate. I hate having South Carolina conversations because I actually am a South Carolina fan. So I hate having the conversations.
Are you a South Carolina fan? Because this is the first. What I hear you say is you're a Dawn Staley fan. Are you a Dawn Staley fan and a South Carolina fan, or are you a Dawn Staley fan? Because those are two different things.
I like some of the. I'm an AJ Wilson fan. I'm an Alicia Gray fan. This is
so you're not a So you're not a Gamecocks fan. There are some Gamecocks that you like, and you are a Dawn Staley fan. Yeah, I just wanted to make it clear for everybody. Because before you was like, I'm Gamecocks fan. No, you're not. There are some Gamecocks that you like.
No, Gamecocks is my second favorite team.
Yeah, okay. So, but you're a LSU Tiger fan.
Yeah.
Like if you had to choose between going to an LSU game or going to a Gamecock game, you go to an LSU game for sure. Hands down.
Of course.
Because you're a Tiger. Right. So you're a Tiger. I'm a Gamecock. It ain't no way in hell. There's no Tiger game that I would go to over a Gamecock game.
Yeah.
I'm a Gamecock. That's what I mean. So you're a Dawn Staley fan and you like the Gamecocks, but you're not a Gamecock fan. Like we wouldn't consider you fans.
I support the Gamecocks. I like what they got over there. I like Dawn Staley.
You got a garnet and black shirt?
Huh?
You got a garnet and black shirt?
I don't do team gear. I'm a basketball player.
Yeah.
I don't do team. We don't do.
Oh, we don't
do team. I got Tulane gear.
I can dig it, but you know what I mean. You ain't no
game.
Hey,
look, we don't do college gear.
That's cool. That's cool, but you know what I mean. You ain't got no garnet and black.
Yeah. I mean, look, contrary to people even think, I say all that about Raven Johnson, right? But it got people in the chat like B Will. They was around. Brass is in the chat. This is the thing, Cess. If Raven Johnson would have came out last year, I wanted the Aces to draft her. Because I felt like she could have been a great backup point guard where Jackie Young and her in the backcourt can be a defensive menace.
So guess what? When she come out this year, she'll probably still end up there. So it don't matter. She'll just come with another chip.
I'm just realistic, and I know players' capabilities and limitations. And that's all.
Raven been working. We'll see. I just can't accept your capabilities and limitations that you put on players when you follow it up with I ain't really watched them yet. So, I have to let you watch them first and then tell me about their capabilities and limitations.
That's fair. Because, again, I watch players differently, right? Because I break down film all the time. So when I say, like, a normal person on YouTube can say, I ain't watch a player yet. If you've been around me, you know I mean a different thing when I say that. Like, when I say I haven't watched a player yet, I'm not talking about I haven't watched them make a shot or watch 10 games. When I say I haven't watched a player, I haven't put them on my big board. I haven't looked at their film, matched it up with comps. I haven't seen where they would fit in the draft. When I say I haven't watched the player, that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting on you to finish your homework on Joyce.
Again, immediate impact is probably going to be a rotational player depending on the team, unless they need a wing to come in and start right away. Again, all-star, starter potential, I got to be in a multi-time all-star. Number one option, versatile wing. Again, her physical development, her gameplay, her improving her playing style is going to be the level setting for her capabilities. Even next year, her gameplay, improving her physicality, and her playmaking ability is literally going to be what she needs to level set going into her junior year. She got to level set that and figure out what she does well, what she doesn't do well. Because sometimes players can get in this habit of, well, the scouting report say I don't do that, so let me just go overcorrect this, and you lose sight of what you actually are as a player. I don't want her to do that. I just want her to understand things that gets her to where she needs to get to and things that are hindering her, not the in-betweens. A lot of players fail because they start focusing on the in-between things that you can't change. or don't need to change, because every player is going to have their limitations of why they're, even the greats have limitations of what they actually do super, super well, things that stop them from being great, and things that they need to work on. Like that there's levels. She needs to level set. And again, she needs the right people around her, her coach, not just Vic, what those assistant coaches are doing over there.
Mm-hmm. Y'all the ones think they can win the SEC.
They got a level set with her on all her capabilities and her structure, her functional structure of her game.
Man, she got a size and the skill set that can work at the next level, but your skill set and none of that matters if your mindset is messed up. And she don't got the mindset, the poise. She doesn't finish in the big light. So, we'll see. We'll see.
Shout out to Maddie Book, man.
Your final grade, B+.
Yeah, B+, again, strengths, good size, versatility. Concerns, again, is that 5 assists a game a fluke, or is that just systematically? Again, offensive consistency, she does disappear sometimes. Even though she gets up a good amount of shots, she averages a great amount of shots per game. Like she has some 19 shot games, some 16, 17s. It's just sometimes she fades away. That was one of my negative comparisons with Khalil Copper. Khalil Copper literally does the same thing. She'll give you a great half, then she fades away consistently. Like both of them need to have more consistency with the way that they actually score. Like you can't just score in bunches, because you fail in your team when you do that. If you're going to be a top scoring option, Maddie, you can't score in bunches. You got to manage your scoring output more effectively. Whether you can average 16. So now you got to start scoring in bunches and affect the game in other ways, saying, okay, I can go get 8. I can go get 8 1/4. Let me go guard the other team's best player for a quarter where I'm not actually shooting. I know I can get 7-6 rebounds a game. So let me go do this. And then this quarter or these couple minutes, I'll go focus on my rebound. Like she doesn't balance her game well enough for me. So I'm going to be watching for that, how she balances. And again, that has to do with coaching too. Again, projections, versatile wing, starter potential. Again, can improve your court vision and playmaking. Strength is going to be key for her. Continuing to get stronger because she wants to live in the mid-range. Either you're going to be wiry strong, or you're going to be upper body or lower extremity strong. She got to find a balance in that and create consistency and positioning with her defense. Stop getting out of position, stop ball watching, and stop gambling.
You got her walking into the WNBA and starting?
It depends on the team. It depends on the team.
Oh, okay.
I'll say this. She can start on the Aces.
Over who?
Kirsten Bell.
Kirsten Bell won't be a starter next year. She wasn't a true starter this year.
If she was on the Aces, she would start.
That was a rotating spot.
If she was on Chicago, she would have started. If she was on Dallas, she would have started. If she was on Connecticut, she would have started. If she was on,
she would have started on Connecticut. She would have started in Connecticut over who?
Who played the 3 in Connecticut? Anissa didn't start the season. LaCour didn't play till damn near halfway through the year.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. You was like on Connecticut, so when you was like, she'll start on Connecticut, I figured you had thought about who was on Connecticut. So that's why I asked you.
Connecticut didn't have a 3. That's what I'm saying. LaCour and Anissa Morrow were going back and forth playing 3 minutes. Both of them didn't even play till halfway through the year. And even when Anissa Morrow played, she'll play 4 games out too. Connecticut didn't have a 3 last year.
Did Anissa become their starting 3 by the end of the season?
Out of necessity, yeah, she's a tweener.
So you don't think that Aneesa Morrow is a true 3 in this league?
Not long term, no.
Ain't Aneesa Morrow the same? Ain't Aneesa Morrow the same height as Booker?
Correct. Skill sets are different. Aneesa Morrow will not be. I will die on that sword, Cess. Aneesa Morrow will not be a successful 3 long term. That's not. Nah, we're not doing that. Nah, that coach is going to have to find a way to get her at the 4 in a successful way. Like, there's ways that he can play Aneesa at 4 without her having limitations.
Aneesa Morrow can't play 4 in this league.
She can't. The 4 is the most. Aneesa Morrow cannot play the 3. Once this league balances, she can't play the 3.
League. She can't play the 4. She's not a 4, bro.
On a winning team, you want Aneesa at your 3?
She's not going to be a winning team at your 4.
So she's a rotation. Again, I always felt like Aneesa Morrow was a rotational player.
A rotational player at the 3.
Time out. I want to make this clear. If Aneesa Morrow and Madison Booker is on the same team, Madison Booker is starting over Aneesa Morrow. And so is that what you was asking me?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh, I thought you were just asking who started at 3.
Starting her.
Oh no!
I said start over who? I thought Morrow was y'all starting. I thought Morrow was Connecticut starting 3 by the end of the season.
She was the starting 3 out of necessity. But if you're asking me if Madison Booker is on that team, Madison is starting over Aneesa.
Okay.
What? What?
I just asked you. I don't have an opinion either way.
I get the question now.
I'm not high on either one of those players. I just asked you. You're an LSU fan. I just asked you.
I get the question now. But Aneesa Morrow is a 4. She's a 4. Aneesa Morrow just has to improve her health.
Aneesa Morrow ain't stopping no 4s in this league.
Her and Fee the same height.
Fee don't stop nobody either. I don't know what you think.
Exactly. So that's not the parameter of every 4. Every 4 don't guard. Every 4 is not guarding nobody, stopping nobody.
She not. The 4 is the most pivotal. The 4 is the money. Is the moneyest pay. Is the money position in the dub. She ain't that. It's to get to the money in position. This league run through the 4. She ain't that.
Of course. This is a 4's league. That's why I don't have Aneesa Morrow being a long-term starter. I think she's a great rotational piece.
I mean, I like Morrow at the 3. Like I said, I feel like
I don't like her at the 3.
She's not even really a 3. She's more like a 3.5. It was something different.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And I've been calling it a 3.5. Go back and listen to my conversations about Morrow. It's a 3.5. She got this weird little lane that she didn't cut out for herself. But
I think she's a 4 in small ball. That's why I don't have her being a starter on a winning team. And as long as she on Connecticut and they're rebuilding, she'll play minutes because they don't have a starting 5.
Y'all can tell me that Madison Booker has a better skill set. Y'all can say that she got a smoother shot, all of that. When it comes just down to heart and skill, and like just I want a dog, the best dog out of them 2. I would take Morrow. I just would. It's just improvement is between the ears, and that's if you can't play the game with your brain, get off that's where you win the game, in between the ears. If you ain't got it up here, man, get out the way.
Again, I'm a Aneesa Morrow fan, but I just feel like at the next level, Madison Booker fits teams better at the 3 than Aneesa Morrow would.
Well, we'll see. She got 2 seasons till she can show us.
Hey, she might got 1. She might got 1.
She can rush up there if she want to.
She might got 1, man. Again, I'm telling y'all, Madison Booker will surprise some people at the next level. She has a next level game. Everybody keep trying to say, what she's doing.
Right.
She has a next level game.
Can't wait to talk about it in 2027. Then
I can't wait. I'm telling you,
then,
she gonna surprise people, Cess, and we gonna revisit this conversation.
I told you I don't have no problem revisiting it. But again, I stand on what I started on. Don't see her as the SEC Player of the Year this year, and don't see Texas as the #1 team in the SEC. Period.
What's her name that went to Ole Miss? What's her name? Coates? Who's that?
Cody.
Or that Blake?
Don't put your hands on me, McMahon. Cody.
Yeah, Cody got a chance to be SEC Player of the Year. Depends on what Ole Miss does.
Yeah, I put Cody up there. I had Cody in there.
If Ole Miss, I'm not stupid. I know that conference championship. She got a good chance, but she got to put up good numbers.
We'll see.
But again, you Cess, what do you call it?
I did.
You only as good as your last award, and she won the last one.
It's not. No,
you might not feel like you deserve it. Whatever.
You're
only as good as your last award.
No. Hold on. Let's be clear. I ain't never said that shit out my mouth. You was like, "What is that you say?" No, I don't say that. I don't say shit about.
I know you. I'm talking about the standard. She's the standard.
No. The standard is a championship. Them individual awards is nice. Championships is what we're here for. You've never heard me say anything about anybody because they was the individual nothing. That has never been my standard. That has never been a standard that I talked about on this platform. It will not be the standard that I start talking about now. I ain't never cut this camera on. I have never ever cut this camera on and told y'all anything about any individual award, any record, any of that. What did I tell y'all I'm about? What am I here for? The jury.
But Cess, I don't do that either.
I'm here for the jury. No, I just wanted to correct because you was like, what is that you say? You only as good as your last award. No. That ain't what I say. See, words matter.
Not you.
No, word, no. But see, people tuning in and that have never seen me before, they don't know that. So that's why I correct right here. Yeah, no, words matter. No, I didn't say that. I don't say that. The jury, I'm here for the jury. See,
if you don't know how basketball talk goes, you shouldn't be in this chat.
When they say champions come in, everybody can't come in. Everybody don't get to see.
If you don't know how basketball talk goes, you shouldn't be in this chat.
SEC, no, some people are here. No, I welcome people to come to my channel to learn. So please, if you don't know, continue to come back because I want you to learn. And if you don't know, ask questions. I'm fine with that. My platform is here for that. I want to be able to push women's basketball and the conversation around it forward in an enlightening way. So if you're not sure, ask questions. Please do.
No. I'm talking about you shouldn't be in this chat refuting anything. I didn't say the people listening. I'm talking about people in the chat that's doing all this back and forward. If you don't know how basketball talk goes, you should just be listening and learning.
I can't even keep up with it. It's going so crazy over there. I can't even keep up. I can't even keep up with the nonsense. With the nonsense I see. I'm so glad that nonsense don't be on my channel no more. Goodness gracious. But yeah. Maddie, we'll see. Next level. We'll see 2027. But it's a lot of basketball games to be played till then. So I don't know, fam. We could take a vote if y'all feel like her name should change from No Bright Lights Booker. Let me know. But yeah, for right now, no. Yeah, it's a no. For me, I just
a lot of people in this chat gonna be.
But I see the type of.
I've been watching the chat. I've been watching names. I got you.
I see you over there taking notes. But I see too what kind of team you'll build. It'll be a little KK Rice and little Madison Booker over there. I see what your team look like. I see what your team. I see how you build them up over there. That's all right. That's all right though.
That's wild. That's wild.
Tell me, no, that ain't wild. Tell the truth. If you start your team with KK Rice, ain't that the truth?
You talking about coming out of college this year?
Yeah. That was your point guard, right? You was like KK,
right? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't being funny. That's what I'm saying. That's what you said. So
yeah, I'm talking about like all time.
I see your team. I see the type of time you're on. I love to play your team, man.
Oh
Saturday,
yeah,
Rose Bowl.
my draft team. Yeah, if I'm drafting, yeah, Kiki's the first point guard I'm taking off the board. I'm not taking Olivia over Kiki. Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't take Kiki, man? Y'all got to get off Kiki, man.
Oh man, so I mean, look, great conversation as always. Great conversation as always. Oh man, listen. So who should I pick for you to sell me on next? Who's left? Who's left?
I thought you said I can't sell you.
I mean, this is every time we come in, I come in to see if you can sell me. I come in with an open mind. Now, I'm not gonna say, hey, if you pull something up and show me on film, or I don't say that you can't change my mind. I will tell you, hey, man, nothing that you're saying right now, it ain't moving the needle. I'll let you know that. But I'm here, hey, sell me on them. I was gonna say Sienna Betts, but I think they said Sienna Betts in the boot now. So that's I've got to look into that. So let's talk Audie Crooks.
What?
Audie Crooks.
Audie Crooks.
Audie Crooks is also an unrivaled NIL player. Audie Crooks, Iowa State. Audie, I can't wait to hear your breakdown on Audie Crooks.
Audie Crooks. I'm actually not an Audie Crooks fan, so I don't get up to watch Audie Crooks. So
here's the thing.
It's gonna be fun.
I'll tell you this.
Looking at her,
it's gonna be interesting because the way Audie finished her freshman year, like with the 40-point game going out with the L, I'm like, yo, okay, I want to see more of this kid, right? I want to see more of this kid. Coming into the second year, and you played at the college level, so you probably can speak to a little bit more. Was that a sophomore slump? I don't know. Audie didn't come in how I thought that she would come back. I didn't think that she built on that 40-point game and the momentum that she left with. So I was a little disappointed with Audie last year. But you got Jada over there from Arizona, so let's see.
Yeah, I mean, a lot can go into it.
Did you suffer a sophomore slump? Did you suffer a sophomore slump?
A lot could go into it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually excited to look at her film, break her down, because I'm not an Audie fan. I know she's talented. She's one of the. She's a top 5 front court player in the league. Top 6 depends. I would have to really add her. I don't want to speak too candidly. I would have to really look at the front court.
You said you don't watch her. You say you don't watch her. Take a look at her. That's what this about. That's what makes it fun. We go watch players that maybe we haven't watched at all. Maybe we watch all the time. As they come up, it'll vary. But we'll learn something about the players along the way. Audie Crooks, though, interesting. I was surprised to see her picked up in Unrivaled. I know that she's a vibe. I know that she's a brand on and off the court. My big thing with Audie has always just been get healthy. I want to make sure your heart and your knees is healthy. And getting healthier and getting in shape, depending on, and this isn't about body shaming, getting in shape and getting healthy may not necessarily mean that she gets much smaller, but there's a way for her to be healthier, I think. And so that's my thing for her is your heart healthy enough? Are your knees healthy enough to be able to be an impact in this game for as long as your energy says that you should be around the game? So can't wait to see what you think about her. We do got Kai Copper. We've been threatening y'all with a good time for a long time. We got Kai Copper coming up. We tried to just do it this last Tuesday, but we had some issues with the video. I think that's resolved. Are we good for next Tuesday for Kai Copper?
Oh yeah. We got Kai next Tuesday. Get her on the.
Yeah, we got Kai. We got Kai Copper next Tuesday and Audie Crooks, so should be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. What you got for the rest of the day? What you got for the rest of the day? You got more lives today?
I'm back on YouTube. I'm gonna try to do a show every day. Just talk about what's going on around the league. So today I might do a What Are We Doing episode. So y'all stay tuned. And probably next week, I'm gonna start doing my draft profiles. With the college season on the horizon, I'm gonna start doing my draft profiles and
Are you doing draft profiles of players expected to come out? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
do first round. I'm gonna do a round each month. I'm gonna do a round each month.
So you owe me one. You owe me a show. You owe me a show, a Sunday show.
I owe you a Sunday show?
Yeah. We were supposed to do what six are you saving on each WNBA team? So look at your schedule. Remember, you agreed.
Okay.
We gonna save them and see.
We can do it this Sunday.
Okay, I gotta make sure that Rob and HD is ready with they six that we gonna save. That was the deal. So I got mine ready. I'm ready. I know who I'm saving. You better not be trying to save the same people as me.
We can do it this Sunday if they're available because I'm gonna be out the country like the literally the first 2 weeks of November. So
okay. So yeah, let's get it done. I don't know. So I would love to watch SC versus Anderson tomorrow, Nicole Battle. Tell us how to watch and where to watch because we would love to watch. I want to see. I want to see that. Well, college basketball getting ready to start. Who's your sleeper team? Before I let you get out.
Sleeper team. Ole Miss.
Any Ole Miss. Okay, not is that just SEC or is that any team in the country? Ole Miss is your sleeper.
I would say does Notre Dame count?
Wow. I mean, yes, kind of, because with all of the talent that they lost, nobody is expecting them this year. But so you're expecting Notre Dame to be where they were or better?
Yeah, I'm expecting them to at least get back to the Sweet 16.
Okay. Hey, Nicole, that's a confirmation. It's on SEC Network Plus. Let us know. I guess I definitely want to see that game. We'll watch that one. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. No, Ole Miss as they
is it
get further than they got last year, but Notre Dame is gonna shock people.
Okay. I'm watching NC State.
NC? Yeah, they interesting team too. I like what they did over there. I like what they brought in.
Do you got a sleeper team in the Big Ten?
Not really.
Okay. I'm watching Michigan.
I think they all gonna fall where they're supposed to. Not really.
I don't know where people think Michigan is supposed to be. So I'm watching Michigan.
They got Schwartz. So
they got Schwartz. They got Olsen. They brought somebody else in over there too. But I was gonna watch Maryland, but Penn State. Can they make some noise? Can Kiyomi and Gracie make some noise? Come on, man. Hell no.
They don't even got no bench.
So Gracie and Kiyomi ain't enough?
No.
The Big Ten is up for grabs, ain't it? Juju's out.
I think again. You got again. No, Cess. No.
Do you got UCLA winning the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Was Sienna Betts in the boot right now?
She'll be back in 3 weeks.
So you got confidence in two dribble bets?
No, I got confidence in Kiki.
You just got a soft spot in your heart, man. That's all. Look at his old man. He do got a heart. He do got a heart. Look at it.
It says Kiki probably watching. I got to get the interview going, man.
So is Kiki in the conversation for National Player of the Year? She's in your conversation for National Player of the Year?
No.
Or is that going too far?
Enough.
Okay. I was just asking. I want to see how far your fandom go.
No. Hell no. Hey, she's in the conversation to make one of them All-American teams, though.
Okay. We'll see.
She's in the conversation to be
now
one of the best point guards next year. She's in the conversation to win that award.
Okay. Now I know you go live for the Vegas games. Is there a college team that you go live for? Is that LSU? What is it?
LSU and Notre Dame.
LSU and Notre Dame. Okay, Big Doggo and LSU. Okay.
And of course I'm gonna do UCLA because of Kiki. So that'll probably be my 3 teams.
Okay. So we know where to find you at. You know when you're looking for him.
Yeah, it'll probably be my
when
3
you looking
team.
for him. All right, man. Me and you gonna have some good battles this season. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna get you in some college gear. We're gonna bet some college gear or something.
I don't do college gear. I get all my college gear for free. I got a code.
All
I do is go to the Tulane website.
You gonna lose a bet not to put on a South Carolina shirt or something, man. Something gonna happen. We gonna get you in some college gear. We gonna get him in some college gear. We gonna get him in some garnet and black this year.
Wow.
Yeah,
hey, man, my family would ban me.
You said what?
My family would ban me.
Not that ban you. Oh goodness, no, we don't want to get you banned. Yeah, it has been fun. Another good breakdown. It was all over the place, and then we finally got to the breakdown. Listen, this is just the beginning. We got Audie Crooks, Kai Copper next week. College hoops starting, so I know me and Zoe gonna be back and forth as this thing go, especially as these top 25 start coming out. We're gonna be moving more into we're gonna finish up our NIL list, and then we're gonna start getting into conferences and breaking down players. So we appreciate y'all pulling up and rocking with us. Hit the like and the share, they both right there. Prince of Basketball, iamzomedia. I appreciate you, sir. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Let's talk sports. Y'all stay tuned. Talk soon.
We on the arc. Hey, hey, hey. Be on the arc. Ain't no way to stop, but we lock them down. Get that ball, pass it to me, then we rock them now. Holding trophies to crown, on the throne, no playing around. Get that ball, I'll be shooting, then I'm knocking them down. Princess Cess on a mission, one go, we gon' get it. We taking over the game, all gas, no breaks, you tripping. Duck on them, no assistance, all the shit in my kitchen. You should know that.